I'm horny for that.
What is this? Good question.
People out here trying to say I got nothing left to say about lawns?
What's up, canon fire people?
Yeah, bitch.
How's Stever?
Housekeeping, what's that?
No problem.
Here we go.
It's a gooky morning and planet scum.
If you wonder what the step down from public access is, now you know.
What the fuck was that? Did Bryson hire Don Draper to do some fucking Magic of Planet Scum Super Bowl commercial? What the fuck is that? I don't know. Things have changed. Planet Scum's not what it used to be. It's sold out now. It's gone mainstream. Hello, and welcome to the George Lucas Test Show. I'm not saying talk show, I'm saying test show because we're testing out new formats. Today is going to be very different, very experimental, very avant-garde. So I would ask who here has ever been to a taping of the George Lucas talk show before, but maybe that doesn't apply. The credits don't carry over. Your credits are no good here. That's like the opposite of what Watto usually says. He says your mind tricks are no good here, only money. And I'm saying your credits are no good here, which is what they call the money in the Star Wars universe where I live. Look, let's just get on with it, okay? It's the point. Let's stop dicking around. Let's get to the show. I think that's all that needs to be said. And live from New York, it's Saturday night with the George Lucas Talk Show live!
Filmmaker George Lucas.
Hello, I'm George Lucas, creator of Star Wars. Welcome to the George Lucas Talk Show. Things might look a little bit different. I'm not at the ranch anymore. I'm in New York City, where the George Lucas Talk Show has traditionally been performed live, and this is a live broadcast. Obviously, we don't have the studio audience. But it's very exciting. New things are happening. We're trying something tonight. One of the things we were going to try was all broadcasting from the same room. But instead, we're in 3 different rooms that are relatively close to one another. That's fun, right? You like that in the cold open where you saw all of us in one place. But I can see Watto from here. I can wave to him. Hold on. Let me see if this will work. All right. Watto, wave. Can you see Watto? Look. I mean, we're all vaxxed. But does that, things are changing. Obviously, I don't want to lock this episode too closely in the current moment, but obviously the Delta variant is something to be mindful of. But that's not why we're doing this. We're doing this because there was an echo when all three of us were using this equipment. I know, you would think that a billionaire would be able to sort that out, but not tonight. Patrick, are you there? I don't know if Patrick's here yet.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Why don't you join me? I'd like to see Watto first before I see you, Patrick.
Yeah. Do you want to see me?
No, I want to see Watto. I think I've been clear on that.
You can see both of us.
Yeah, I'd like to see Watto first. That's the way we've always done it traditionally. Oh, hold on. Can we see, you see Patrick there waving? Yeah. That's pretty good television. Looking at people in other rooms. Watto, come back. Now, Watto, you're not at the Dakota, but that's I have to say, that's a pretty good facsimile of your apartment at the Dakota. I can't hear you, Watto. You're muted.
Watto, you've been muted this whole time.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yes. Yes, I can.
Hello.
Hello, Watto.
And I'm Watto.
You are Watto. There's no one but you, Watto. No one but you.
It's true. Yes, it's a little bit like my couch at the Dakota. There's one subtle difference, which is it's not messy as fuck.
Yeah.
It's cleaner. It's got the clean surface.
Oh, look at those clean lines. You can really stretch out.
Clean lines. Baby.
I don't think we ever had a shot like this at the Dakota.
Got the wide angle now.
You look like Burt Reynolds in the 1970s.
Thank you.
This is like a photo from that magazine where he's showing his whole chest.
Well, I got those jeans from my daddy.
Oh, well, they're digital.
But George,
they're digital jeans.
my digital jeans.
Billions of ones and zeros.
Should we let Patrick come
Yes,
in now?
let's let Patrick come in now. Patrick, it's time for you to join us.
Patrick, it's time for you to come in now.
I'm here. Hi, guys.
Hello,
Patrick, come in now.
No, I'm here.
It's time.
It's time, Patrick.
I know, I'm here.
Let's stop beating around the bush. Come in, Patrick.
Actually, Patrick, can I have a Canada Dry, Patrick?
Yeah, sure. Hang on.
Look, this is something. Watch this. This is a practical effect. Watch this. This is going to be great. Here it comes. I'm not even going to look.
This is not what my job is.
Ooh, I don't even see him, and I have my seltzer. Oh, he gave it to me backwards.
Should we do a second take of that, or do you think that's usable?
I think we're one and done. I think we got it. Check the gate. Oh, perfect. This is a good runner. I think this is going to be a new segment on the show.
Patrick. Do we have any other flavors?
Yeah, sure. Hang on.
And Patrick, while you're at it, get something for yourself. There's that patented George Lucas generosity. You can take the one that Watto doesn't want.
Take it.
Take it. Ooh, he took it. And now watch. Within seconds, he'll be back at his post. Now, Patrick, yeah. you have shelves in the background. What's on your shelves?
Dude, there's some cameras.
Mm-hmm.
There's some Super 8 film, some Polaroid film, and some more cameras.
Oh,
tell us about these things you own, Patrick.
Yeah, I wanted to fill out the background. There's a Kodak Duoflex. There's a Keystone Everflash. There's a Brownie Junior 616. There's a Brownie Hawkeye.
Cool.
They're all, they're good cameras. They're all good cameras.
It makes sense for a producer to have gear like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Patrick, I'm so sorry to do this to you.
Yeah, well.
There's a little bit of sound bleed because when you came in to change out the La Croix flavor, you didn't close the door properly. You didn't close it tight.
Watto, that was very generous of you, but you don't need to apologize for Patrick for something he did wrong.
You're correct. Remember how Patrick didn't want to be on the show. He didn't want to be on stage back in the UCB days. And you said, Patrick, you're like Scooter. You're like Scooter the Gopher from the Muppet Show. But we never really could test it until now. Because now we're in the same place.
Here we are.
And we can go, Patrick, Gopher, a la croix.
I think we've finished the opening portion of the show now.
I think so too. I'm going to try something. Can I try something?
Yeah, tonight is a night of experimentation. We need to be trying things.
Let me try a thing. Is that a better shot?
Might be. It looks better.
Yeah. Except for when you want to do full body work, then switch to the what you had before. When you when you decide you want to show your full body, I think the other is preferable.
But even this is pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. But now switch back and show us your full body with the previous lens.
I mean, this is not as fast of a switch as I think you thought. Well, now I got
I like
look at this.
Oh, no, hold on.
Hold on,
Patrick. Look at this. Ooh. No secrets left.
No.
Yeah,
I like the other one better. That's my choice.
But also, I like when you switch how it looks like it. When you were doing it before, it started to look like the Star Wars edit, like a wipe.
Sure, it's not a quick switch. It takes a little bit.
It takes as long as it takes, Watto.
That's true. And maybe, in fact, next time I want it switched, I can call in Patrick, and Patrick can switch it for me.
Oh, I like that.
Sure.
I like that a lot.
Watto, there is someone else that we could ask if it looks better.
Yeah.
We have a guest.
Our special guest.
Yes.
We could.
But does our guest know how we like to introduce people on the George Lucas test show?
I don't know. Why don't you ask?
Okay, let me try quickly. Guest! Can you hear me? I know you are in the virtual green room. We want to bring you on the show, but we can't do it yet. Because we need to introduce you before we bring you on. And on the George Lucas Talk Show, the guests write their own introductions. So if you could type your own introduction into the private chat, then I, Watto, the announcer / sidekick / warm-up comic / flying space Jew, will read your introduction verbatim. And then you can come on the show. But shh, don't tell anybody. Also, right. I want to welcome back to the George Lucas Talk Show the original Baby Yoda.
Wow.
The original Baby Yoda?
Wow.
Yes, the original Baby Yoda. Because I introduced mine first, so it means he's the original.
So, Watto, let me ask this before we bring our guest in. You're saying that the Baby Yoda you're holding, that's the original Baby Yoda?
This is the original, the Baby Yoda.
No take-backs?
I am saying that this is the original Baby Yoda, no take-backs.
All right. Take a look at his little behind. I swapped out the Yodas. Nope, peel it up. Peel it up.
Peel it up.
Show it. Show it. Show it. Show it.
You
show it.
Motherfucker.
I swapped out the Yodas. No takebacks.
You motherfucker. You took a yarmulke off of my Baby Yoda.
Yeah, I did.
And put it on this Goy Yoda?
That's right. That's right.
I can't believe I ever fell for this Wasp Yoda. There's only one thing I can do at this point. I would like to officially announce my adoption of George Lucas's Baby Yoda, who I will now be converting to Judaism. And Grogu's and Grogras. Comedian, actor, improviser, podcaster, Paul F. Tompkins. Say the name as the last part and sound excited when you read the first part.
Okay, I hello, hi, everybody. I
Hi.
feel like I should have put the stage directions first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you want to try it again?
Do you want to try? Do you want to do another take?
like to do more typing.
No, you don't have to type it
Oh,
again. I'd read
okay.
it again, but you would have to go and then you'd come back.
Yeah, that sounds great. Let's do that.
Okay.
Okay. Comedian, actor, improviser, podcaster, Paul F. Tompkins.
Hi, hello.
So I took your direction and I tried to sound excited in a different way for each different part.
I didn't notice that specific thing, but I think you did a terrific job, and thank you, Watto.
Thank you. Thank you.
And of course, George, if I may call you George, this is
Absolutely.
a thrill, to meet you. And I was a kid who saw the original Star Wars: A New Hope in theater several times when I was a child, and absolutely one of the most amazing things, transformative moments of my childhood.
Right. That work print was very popular. You saw the original rough cut of the film, I assume. I'm just doing the math on when you would have seen it, because we released
It was like this. It was like a test show. You were at the test show to work out the kinks in the format.
Well, I mean, I saw it in the theater. It
Yes.
was 1977. And,
yes, that's the rough work print of Star Wars, which of course would be released officially several decades later on Disney Plus for the first time.
The final cut.
Yes, in its definitive form.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah. But I'm glad you liked the work in progress. It struck a chord with you. You could see this has a lot of potential.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
George, I'm not sure if Paul understands.
Well, no, I do. I guess to me, it seemed, this must have been discussed before. To me, it seemed like a finished movie, and an amazing finished movie, and then the sequels came out. I guess I assumed without really thinking about it that the one that I saw first was finished, because then they made sequels.
Yeah.
And usually they don't do that unless the film is like done.
Yeah, I will admit, it's unusual to spend so many decades releasing test screenings in multiple formats on home video. We definitely, I think we were trying something. It was like this show tonight. It's a test show, trying something different.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Patrick. Remember when we were talking about you being a gopher?
Uh-huh.
Would you please go for my pastrami sandwich now?
Yeah, where is he?
Right outside.
Okay.
He said, "Where is he in regards to the pastrami sandwich?"
Look, we're trying to hold his hand through this process as much as possible. The guy's atrophied. He doesn't know how to produce anymore.
Well, I'm sorry. I guess I was wondering why the pastrami sandwich was gendered.
Yes, you did seem to gender the pastrami sandwich.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. He's behind the times. We're trying to bring him up to present day.
I don't know. What you're saying doesn't seem to have any connection to what we're saying.
What I'm saying is that Patrick is retrograde in his thinking because he projects onto a pastrami a gender identity that he does not know for a fact.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'll be perfectly honest. In the time that we were discussing this, I forgot that it was Patrick who called the pastrami sandwich he, and I thought it was you, Watto, and that's on me.
No, it's on all of us. We've got to do the work.
Yeah.
Now, Paul.
Now, hold on one second. Yes. Hold on 1 second. What was this? What was I doing? What was I indicating?
Put it on that hand.
Oh, do you want this? There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good.
Thank you.
What is that? Some soup?
Lots of our soup.
Oh, of course. Of course. And some pickles. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. And then he threw the bag, I think, in defiance.
Once again, we're working on him. We're trying to get him back up to speed.
Watto, how are the portion sizes?
Well, I'll tell you, Paul, it's a great question. We went on hiatus. This is the first show we've done in about 5 months. And there were many things that factored into them, but one of them was that Watto's internal organs started failing. Watto was on a very limited diet for a while. He's been easing his way back in. And some people said, hey, maybe eating an entire pastrami sandwich once a week, drinking a bunch of whiskey on camera is a thing that messed up your body. And so today I went with a half sandwich.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I went
So it's
with
a 2/4. So it's a 2/4 portion, Watto.
It's 2/4 portion.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
I'm trying to watch my figure.
Sure. What about the whiskey?
Well, it's a good question, Paul. It's a good question.
A great
People said
question.
they're worried about me drinking whiskey, so I got little whiskey today.
Okay.
Just a little whiskey.
Well, my two favorite tastes together:
Yeah. Correct.
some fatty meat and some bourbon.
Some bourbon.
Patrick, does your name mean the black bed?
You know, I'm not sure, but that sounds right. That's the way
You're the
I
first
when
person to ask that question.
No, that can't be true.
on this, I think so. Yeah.
And that's a great nickname for you, Patrick. The Black
The
Bed.
black bed.
They call him the
You know-
Black Bed.
That's scary.
Yeah.
When I have to spell it to people on the phone, I'll usually be like, noir like black and cot like a bed. So it's,
So it's
I
like
don't know.
Patrick Bedlap.
I'm gonna Google Cotner meaning right now.
How much pushback do you get when you say, noir like black? Like, does everyone get that immediately?
Well, I think I would usually say film noir. I guess that's what I would say.
That's
Sure.
what you would say. You'd say noir.
I guess
like
that's
the
what I would
genre.
say.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Because
looking
if you
at.
say noir like black,
Mhm.
then people assume that you're translating everything from French into English.
Yeah.
And now I do want to show you. I did Google. I did Google. What does Cotner mean? And one of the things that came up was it gave me like the country of origin, all that stuff, and then it gave me an acrostic poem, which feels like that's not what I'm looking for.
Ooh.
Well, let's take turns reading this poem.
Yeah. Let's four of us.
Okay.
Patrick,
Well,
you'll just go
Thank you.
once.
Yes, please.
Patrick, you'll just go once.
Fun, honey.
Yeah. Patrick, you'll go with the N in the middle, so you'll only go once. The rest of us will go twice.
Okay,
Perfect.
sounds great.
All right.
Do we want to do it snake style? So it goes George, Watto, Paul, Patrick.
Yeah, and then back up,
Oh,
and we'll go in the line how we are visually. So it'll go all the way down, then back up.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay,
And Patrick,
I like
once
that.
again, only gets to do one.
Yes, Patrick,
Yep.
you will only go once. If you go twice, we've done this wrong.
We've done
Yeah.
it wrong.
Okay.
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 And Mr. Lucas,
Oh,
if you want to give me any, direction, line readings, whatever, it would be an honor.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Just,
can-
If I need it.
all right.
No, he can give you one right off the top.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
can give you one that carry over.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, just do it faster and more intense.
Okay.
All right. All right. C is for creative. Ideas aplenty.
O is for outgoing. So sociable are you.
T is for tried and true you.
N is for nurturing, the care you provide to all.
O is for observant. Nothing gets by you.
I is for intense. Your zest of living.
R is for rock star. Let it out.
I think that's pretty good.
I think we did it great.
Dead to rights.
I think that was perfect. And Paul, that was very fast and very intense.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I have no notes. I think you did that absolutely perfectly. But that's because you're a pro. You introduced yourself. You wrote your own intro and you made yourself, I believe, a quadruple hyphenate.
I suppose. I mean, I put commas.
Or I guess there'd be 3 hyphens or commas. But there are 4. When they say triple hyphenate, they mean 3 things. They're not really counting the hyphens, right? They're counting the number of things. Yes.
That's a good question.
I believe so. Although now you've got me thinking that
Right?
maybe it does refer to the hyphen. If it did refer to the hyphens, if you say somebody's a quadruple hyphenate, that means they do
Right.
5 things.
5 things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when people say, actor, writer, director, that usually is a triple hyphenate, but there's only 2 hyphens there.
Exactly.
Right.
If you went by the hyphens, it would be like damning with faint praise, I suppose.
Yeah.
Sure.
It feels like you want to count the things. So you don't want
I
to.
love counting the things.
Yeah, you want to count the things. But let's go ahead with what I believe, unless someone in the comments has a definitive answer to this. Multi-hyphenate.
You know, Watto, sometimes you sound like someone else I've heard of who loves to count things.
What, someone else who loves to count?
Yeah. I'm thinking of someone who this is his whole thing. He loves to count. Yeah. And he has a similar quality, vocal quality.
Are we talking about Count Dooku?
Count Dooku loves to count. That guy, you catch him in the corner and he's going 1, 2, 3.
I wasn't thinking of him specifically, but I mean, you would know more about the character than I would.
Yeah, like when he's fighting Yoda, and it looks like Yoda might win, but then he has to choose between save your friends or fight me, and he's like, do the math.
When Christopher Lee got on that little flying horsey, what was he like immediately responsive to that? Like, yes, absolutely, I'll do this, or did he say, what's going on here? Like, what was his response?
I'm not sure. And Christopher Lee, obviously a legend, a pro.
Yeah.
I'm not certain that he ever truly knew what we were doing in that movie. It was hard because it didn't matter. Like for the actors in that movie, it didn't matter what they were. They didn't need to know what they were doing. I just needed to get what I needed. You know what I mean? So I just said, he's getting out of here. And he understood that. And there were some questions. What am I on? I said, Chris, don't worry about that. He's going to get out of here. You just need to act like you're getting out of here.
Yeah.
I guess that explains go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say it's sort of an Easter egg, but when the flying space horse comes in, it's like it's very subtle and hidden, but you can see that Count Dooku goes 1, and then he gets on it and flies.
Right. It did remind me of those like the rocking horse in front of the supermarket. But if it could fly.
Yeah, that was actually George's inspiration. George, do you want to speak on this?
Yeah. We were going to, I don't remember if it was in Albertsons. It might have been in Albertsons. And they had one of those amusement rides out front where you put insignificant amounts of money into the machine and it goes around for a very brief amount of time.
Yeah.
I remember thinking,
George, real big dog move to call it an insignificant amount of money.
Well, it's really not even money.
Did you call it a TikTok move?
No, I said big dog, but it would not.
The TikTok move.
It might make a good TikTok.
Yeah, George. Just hold up a handful of meaningless coins and let them go.
You point to the words like this is an insignificant amount of money, and then you let it go.
Yeah, it'd be a great new TikTok where they go.
Yeah.
George, I don't know if you were just joking, but Paul, George is on TikTok. He's very good on TikTok.
I didn't realize that. What do you do on? Oh, then people in the chat are saying George is great on TikTok.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna bring up some of my talk.
Are you on TikTok, Paul?
I have an account. I have not posted anything. I probably will never post anything, but people continue to follow me, and I feel bad for them.
You gotta. Because you know what? That adds a hyphen. That probably adds 2 hyphens because you got the hyphen
TikTok. Right.
In TikTok, there's a little hyphen.
Is there, or is it one word?
I mean, here's the thing. I think if you add a hyphen in there, is anyone going to call you on it? It's a way to get an extra hyphen.
I called them on it.
Let's see. Yeah, but if someone what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Yeah, like here's a TikTok.
Okay, there's young Anakin Skywalker. Can't read it. And then
George, we can't read this.
Well, that's why you got to go on TikTok. You got to go on TikTok.
Okay. The meme. Remember from the meme? Yeah.
Okay. That's all the audio we can hear before we get shut down.
George,
anyway,
follow
George
quickly.
Yeah.
Can you quickly show Paul your original TikTok?
The original TikTok is great. Hold on, I've done so many. Yeah. Hold on.
This is like when you see a friend who just had a baby and they're showing you all the baby pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's TikTok from Return to Oz, which I was thanked in. I was a thanks in that because my buddy Walter Murch, who did a sound on THX, he directed. That was the only film he ever directed. and they were going to Disney was going to try to take it away from him because they weren't sure. They thought, is this a disaster? And I said, hey, I promise, I guarantee this. I put my full weight behind, like, he's going to be fine. Just leave him alone.
And just to dissect the frog for a moment, Paul, the joke there is that he is on the app TikTok, posting a TikTok, which is what they call the post.
I see.
Of the character TikTok. And the musical accompaniment is the Kesha song TikTok.
Okay, now I missed a level there because, like most people, I've never seen Return to Oz, so I didn't know what that character was called.
Paul, I want to say to you, you have to see Return to Oz.
Really?
Yes. I want to say this, okay? And I don't want to oversell it, but do you like The Shining, the Stanley Kubrick film?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you need to see Return to Oz because it's as good.
Wow. So it's not a similar movie, but
it's similar. It's similar.
It is similar.
When it decides to be terrifying, the needle goes to the same place that The Shining goes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a movie for people who watched The Shining and they went, do you have anything that's a little less pussy?
Yeah.
Anything a little harder on the menu?
Yeah.
Anything a little harder on the menu?
Yeah, I don't know. We've been off for 5 months. I'm figuring it out.
Why?
It's truly a terrifying film, Paul. Here's the thing. The Shining, sort of announced it. So it says, we're a movie for grown-ups, and all the adults went in and were very scared. Return to Oz was The Shining, except they said, no, we're for very young children. Please bring all the children in to see it. Anyone under the age of 12 who saw Return to Oz will tell you that it broke them.
Yeah.
Because it is not like the MGM musical. It is like the original Baum novels, which are horrifying. And Sufjan Stevens just released a song this week inspired by Return to Oz.
That's the movie?
Yes, inspired by the movie.
And his terror?
I assume so. Why, yes. And do you have Disney Plus, Paul? I've started to ask a personal question.
I do.
All right. Then it's free. You're already paying for Return to Oz.
Okay.
You're already paying for it every single day. A little bit of your money is paying to own Return to Oz. Look at this fan art.
We did get some fan art of Paul in THX 1138. This got sent in. I mean, you look like you're having a blast.
It doesn't look so bad. I mean, I'm being lifted in the air, which is, you don't get that anymore after a certain age.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I always wanted to meet Michael Clark Duncan, because I thought I bet he could lift me up.
The human giant.
Is that what you're looking for at this point, Paul? You want someone to lift you up?
Well, I mean, I don't think about it all the time, but if someone were to do it, if The Rock, let's say, was like, if I met him and I said, hey, could you just lift me in the air for just a few seconds? Because it would be like nothing to him.
Now, let me be clear, because we don't want to send the wrong signal. You're not just sending a message out that this is something you'd like to happen. Like, if a giant person sees you, do you want them to come up to you? Do you want them to come up to you and ask you?
No. Houdini rules apply here. Okay. You can't just come up and do it to me.
No,
you have to ask me.
Could they come up and ask? This is something that
of course, of course. If you're a giant, and you feel like you have some good upper body strength, and you could like get your arms under my arms and like swing me around so my legs swing, then if you think you can do that, ask me, and let's try it.
All right.
Paul, I have a question for you.
Yes, Watto.
You just saw that fan art.
I saw that fan art.
That fan art.
From Last Comic Standing? Season 1 winner?
2 questions. 1, have you ever seen that fan's art?
What was your question? You broke up a little bit there. I'm sorry.
Question number 1, have you ever seen that fan's art?
No, I was not aware that he made art, and so I've never seen it. I mean,
Also,
I've seen his stand-up.
Well, and you've just revealed that you don't consider stand-up to be an art form.
Well, that's not true.
Now we're getting into it.
Of course I consider stand-up an art. Here's what stand-up is. It's all. Here's what stand-up is. It is an art form, and it's all about offending people. That's what stand-up is supposed to be. If you're not offending people, you're not doing real stand-up.
If you take that out of the equation, what's left?
Puns.
Dumb.
Limericks?
Question number 2, Paul.
Sniglets.
Oh, Sniglets.
Yeah.
I remember Sniglets.
Rich Hall.
Question number 2, Paul. You saw the fan art that was just shown on screen.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I saw that fan art.
Right, of course. What you don't know is, we've been doing the show for like a little over half hour now. Those people had a leisurely half hour to kick out and perfect that fan art. No, we have the fastest fan art in the game here. We make a promise to our guests on this show. They can request any piece of fan art and it will arrive in 5 minutes or less.
Wow. Okay.
Now, here's my question for you.
Yeah.
You're saying, well, I wish Michael Clark Duncan, if he were still around, he could have lifted me up. If you could pick any person, living or dead, to pick you up, who would it be?
Andre the Giant.
5 minutes
the
on
giant.
the clock.
Patrick,
5
it's
minutes on the clock.
8:41.
Patrick, did you not do hashtags for this episode?
I forgot to do hashtags for this episode. Sorry.
It's
We're
been
starting
5
fresh.
months.
No,
It's been 5 months.
get to work, and
Yeah.
I want to see
Okay.
him during this episode. Okay?
Okay.
Could I request fan art right now?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what we want.
I would love to see the Giving Tree tearing Shel Silverstein apart.
Yeah.
Now, Paul, this is a thing not enough guests take advantage of. They assume if we're saying you can request any fan art that you want, that it has to be fan art of you. You're clever. You got the good comedy brain. You recognize this is just I'm a king. I'm a dauphin. I can request whatever art I want. Minions, go out, do my bidding.
Oh, I also want some Minions to be in the picture.
Okay, so it's the Minions.
It's Shel Silverstein being torn apart by the Giving Tree, and some Minions are just like watching.
The Minions would love that.
I think they would.
They
I
would.
think they would.
Now, any specific Minions? We're talking Jerry, Bob, Stuart, Kevin, or the dealer's choice.
I mean, I'm only familiar with pictures of them. I've never seen the Despicable Me series of films. So I'm not as acquainted with some of the Minions. I think like definitely one of the ones with one eye. I think the one that wears a thong.
Yeah, funny.
Yeah.
The one that tries to fuck a fire hydrant.
You know what? If you say so,
Yeah.
absolutely. Put a fire hydrant in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can be forgiven for not being familiar with that movie series because it's not like you grew up with it.
No, I did not grow up with it. They do
No,
look fun.
you didn't.
Though.
It's not like you grew up with it.
That's a reference.
That's a pun.
That's
as
a
we
pun.
said a few minutes ago.
All right, but it didn't offend me, so it's
Yeah,
not
so it's not stand up.
Right.
And I'm sitting down, so
Touche.
yeah.
Well played.
Paul,
Hmm.
I want to get back to the number of hyphens
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
You're
back
quite-
to important matters.
because you are. I think if we go, we're multi-hyphenate solves it. If you just say you're a multi-hyphenate.
Yeah.
But you presented 4 things, so you're either triple hyphenate or quadruple hyphenate, depending on whether you're counting things or hyphens.
Right.
And you counted podcaster, yes,
Yes, I did.
comedian,
Yes.
actor,
Yes.
writer.
No.
No, what did
The
you say?
fourth thing he listed was improviser.
Improviser, which is a form of writing.
Yeah.
And the form
So,
of
I mean,
comedy.
so stand up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but a stand-up could have someone else write their jokes for them, whereas an improviser has to be able to come up with. There's very few people. There's very few people in improv who use the Cyrano model of having someone like whisper their moves off stage.
I'm one
Very
of them.
few. Yeah,
I'm one
there
of
are
them.
some. There are some.
There are
So
some.
show
They
some
exist.
respect. Show
Yes.
some respect, George.
I've never really done improv myself. I have. I mean, I've been on stage. I've improvised with people, but I have an earwig and I have a guy, one of my oldest friends, a guy back in Philadelphia who cannot see the show, but just suggests things for me to do.
Oh,
I tell him I'm going on stage at, it'll be 8 p.m. your time. I'm in Los Angeles. We're doing an early show. It's a 5 p.m. show for old people. And so what I need you to do is just like suggest funny things that I could do, or say, and he'll do it. And it's fun for him because he's done work. He's got nothing else to do. He's just hanging out at home.
Yeah.
And it's a way for us to keep in touch, which is nice.
Is it just the one friend, Paul, or do you let him staff a room?
Wow. I assume that it's just him, but
Expressly forbid it. We have to assume he staffed a room.
He probably got Valanche. He got Bruce.
Yeah.
he got Bruce.
Yeah.
All right.
Bruce is a friend, by the way. Bruce is a friend.
Sure. I'm going to track Bruce's t-shirts and see, based on which t-shirt he wore when, if I can track where he's been and if he's in that room. If that's true, I will feel betrayed by my friend.
Paul, I want to talk about, you present yourself as a quadruple hyphenate, but I want to talk about the way the industry perceives you. According to the most.
Are you saying they do?
They do perceive you, yes.
This is good news.
They perceive now?
Yeah. This is exciting.
The industry. Look, I'm getting a new key light right now. Can you see it? Can you see the difference?
No.
You can't see it? Turn it off.
It
Turn it off, Dave. How about now?
Oh, you know what?
Now look.
Big difference.
Oh, big
Wow.
Big difference.
Wow.
If we consult the Bible, the digital Bible of show business, the internet,
Deadline Hollywood?
the internet, no, I guess the encyclopedia, no, the almanac, the Internet Movie Database. What do we think that is? An almanac? Is that more like a farmer's
The phone
almanac?
book.
The phone book, yes. You are, how much of a hyphenate do you think you are in terms of things?
Just
Like,
count
are
the
we-
things. Be
How many
like
things?
Count Dooku and count
You like
the
Count
things.
Dooku. How many hyphens do you think you
I
are?
mean,
Paul?
are we including things like husband, son?
Yes,
No.
of course.
The industry doesn't value those titles. You won't find those as
Excuse
titles
me.
on IMDb.
George,
Mm.
they do value them if you make them part of your brand. So you have to ask yourself the question, are they part of your brand or not?
I will say I'm not a son anymore because my parents are dead. So I'm no longer anybody's son.
Paul,
Like that.
we have to take a moment.
Oh, there we go.
It's happening.
There we go. Look how happy I am. That's exactly
That's
what I
from Kevin.
want.
Kevin Thomas.
Thank you,
You got
Kevin.
any other ones? We might
I
have gotten
sent
some
you
more.
one, Patrick, I sent you one in the private chat.
Oh, did you?
Wait.
Hang on.
Yeah, I did. Look at the private chat.
Oh, I
People
see
are
it, I see it.
correcting me that I said it was 5 minutes or less. The guarantee used to be 10 minutes or less. Fair, it's 10, but I want to point out these people got it in way under 10. They got it in 6-7 minutes.
Yeah.
Show this one, Patrick.
Let's get back to the hyphens.
We will get back to the hyphens. Don't worry. But look at this.
Now, that's what I'm talking about.
That came in 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That was 4 minutes.
Thank you,
The
Chuck.
naked minions.
Does that noise mean something?
Yes, that
No,
noise.
well-
We are entering our lightning round, Paul.
Oh, okay.
No, it means nothing. It's a mistake that happened. I think, Patrick, are you playing with something in there?
No, there. I mean, it means that someone's on the way to the hospital and there's an ambulance outside the window. Right next to me.
Patrick, what did
Patrick,
you do?
we said no more screens, honey.
Hold on.
No more screen time, honey.
That means the hold on. If that means the healthcare workers are in the ambulance. Patrick? All right. We did it.
Wait, what is this goblet, Paul? Paul, what are you drinking out of
Yeah,
this
Paul.
goblet?
My goodness.
It's just my live stream goblet. What's the big deal?
He
Oh, come on.
chose wisely.
What if I drank from this and I turned into a skeleton very quickly?
What a clip! What a
We
clip
just-
for us to post.
Yeah.
That would be
What a
a
clip.
get.
Yes.
Yeah, we would clip it, snip it.
We'd get at least 15 retweets out of that.
TikTok it. George,
Oh.
here are my hyphens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comedian,
Yep.
podcaster,
Yep.
actor,
Yep.
improviser, writer.
We'll put these in italics. I think that's the good thing, so we get your inflection. We'll put those in italics.
Yeah, put writer in quotes.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And I think we got to keep moving
Bon
those two.
vivant?
Those two.
Yeah,
Bon vivant?
yeah. Bon vivant, raconteur.
Raconteur bon vivant.
Bon vivant too.
Rascal.
Rascal.
I'm not a rake. I'm not a
No.
rake.
No.
But are we adding
like
not a rake? Are we adding not a rake to the?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's like a word for like well dressed, but like not hyphenated? Because I don't want to add another hyphenate.
Beau Brummel.
Clothes horse.
Oh, wait a second. Beau Brummel?
Beau
Yeah.
Brummel.
Beau Brummel.
And George, were you going to say clothes horse?
Clothes horse is good.
I think let's
Someone
put
said
both of them in
foppish
there.
dandy, but I'm not. First of all, you can't be both. I'm putting my fingers down. You're either a fop or you're a dandy.
Which
And
one? Let's pick
if it's one of those two, I'm a dandy, not a
one.
fop.
Let's put Dandy in there then.
Why is
I'm
that?
the dandy. He's the fop. That's my rap album with my friend from Philadelphia who gives me the improv earwig.
I wish we had one of those, because it's Saturday night, and this show is live. I wish we had one of those classic SNL game show sets resembling a game show from the 70s.
Right.
And Fop or Dandy would be a great sketch.
You put up pictures of famous people
Mm-hmm.
and then ask if they were a fop or a dandy.
Yeah.
Patrick.
Look at this.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
The little kid is there to witness it as well.
He looks on that little kid wants parts. He's waiting for parts.
He's the selfish little kid from the story.
Yeah.
That story
Patrick.
sucks.
I think this is good too.
And Andre is dressed as Han Solo.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
exciting.
That's great.
I also
Andre
like.
T. Giant.
That's what I was going to point out.
It's like a Kermit T. Frog thing.
Patrick, I think you need to pull up some pictures so we can play Fop or Dandy.
Sure. I do have hashtags. Do we want to see the hashtags?
Not yet, Patrick.
Not
You look, I don't think we reward bad behavior.
I got excited too soon. I want to see the hashtag.
We'll get to the hashtags, but I need to tell Paul how the industry perceives him.
Yes, thank you.
hashtag-wise.
Yes.
Some of these overlap, but some of these are new. Some of these are things that you did not claim.
This is according to the Internet Movie database. Yes.
Also, according to Jim.
I like that you called it the D-base because that does. I feel like that is accurate. That
Right?
it is an industry that one debases oneself just by participating in it.
Exactly.
Internet movie debase. Oh, look at that.
Did someone just do this?
Yeah.
No. This was the picture I was pulling up.
Oh,
Well,
But
Patrick,
wait, that
a
existed
second.
already?
Patrick.
Yeah.
Patrick, we don't put pre-existing art on here unless it's by Mr. Norman Rockwell. Okay.
Also, Patrick, I just want to clarify. We come up with the idea. Let's play a game show called Fop or Dandy, where we pull up a picture and we have to say whether it's a fop or a dandy. And the picture you show is an illustration of a fop and a dandy. Thus, maybe the only picture that is not eligible for this game.
I didn't understand.
Yeah,
Okay,
clearly.
we'll do this.
That
Patrick-
picture was accurate, though, I will say.
Yeah.
It
You know,
was.
when I Google FOP, the first thing that comes up is Fraternal Order of the Police, which I'm assuming is not what we want.
No.
Don't Google fop.
When now you're Googling fop and it's going to become known as the foppening.
Patrick,
You're
you
looking
get
at all
us-
these pictures.
You pull up pictures of people, and we decide if they are more
Okay.
of a fop or a dandy. Don't
Okay.
Google
Paul,
fop.
Paul, did you just invent the word foppening?
Yes, I did.
That is a great horror film concept. People are turning into fops. It's the foppening. Oh,
Oh, okay.
fop or dandy?
Dandy.
This is it.
No, fop.
Yeah, this is fop.
That's a fop.
Never go with your
That's a
first.
FOP.
Velveteen touch of a dandy fop.
Okay. Ooh, this one's
Patrick?
tough. Yeah.
Patrick, that page we just saw of all the Google image results, and I want you to be honest with me. Were those the results for when you typed in the word fop?
No. It was actually, I typed in FOP clothing.
Oh.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh, that's a dandy.
That's it, dandy.
He's almost a fop, though. That hat angle is insane.
Guys, I hate to tell you this. That is, in fact, the Wikipedia picture for FOP.
Ooh.
Ridiculous. Wikipedia, you crazy for this one.
I mean,
I'm
Paul,
not going to tip you today.
Paul, you could change this right now. You have the power to go in and change Wikipedia.
That's true. I'll put a picture of myself in there for dandy.
That's a good idea.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Is my lighting weird right now? The sun is setting.
Ooh. It's
It looks very.
it's
It looks
magic
very.
hour. Paul, it's magic hour. Embrace it.
You know what?
Can
You're
we-
right, George.
I
You're
have-
absolutely right.
Most
I have an
filmmakers
idea.
would kill for the lighting that you're getting now.
What,
Yeah.
Watto?
Terrence Malick would cream if he saw this. What I was going to say, Paul. What I was going to say. George is daring you, challenging you to update Wikipedia with your picture under Dandy.
Right.
But we don't want to tell you to do that. We don't want to put the onus on you because you're our guest on the show. We want your head in the game for the episode. So let's have our viewers do it while we're doing the show.
This is great.
Yeah.
And I think this image, this outfit you have on right now, this
Yes.
backdrop is perfect. So, Paul, do you want to strike a pose for what
Yes.
you would like to be the
Yeah,
photo
yeah.
for Dandy?
I'm
And
worried
people
about this
will
lighting,
figure
though.
out
Well, now you can pick your best spot here.
There we
Yeah. Your fop spot.
Dandy cam.
That's pretty.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Oh.
good.
Wow. Now, whoever tries to upload this, you have to say that you own that picture. Otherwise, they will not let you do it. So,
And you know what?
Whoever
I
yeah.
give you permission.
And the George Lucas Talk Show, whoever uploads it to Wikipedia, you own that image, and we have permission to show that frame within our stream.
Yes.
Yes.
You own it
Yes.
with that condition. Paul,
Yes.
No, go ahead.
the industry.
How does it
industry-
perceive me?
I'm going to read them out for you. All right. This is
Okay.
what the industry thinks your hyphenate is.
The order of my hyphens.
Yes. Paul F. Tompkins, actor, writer, producer. Six credits, Paul. 6 credits. Don't wave it off.
I'm
You
just
can't
surprised.
wave. If it was one, I mean, I'm going to see what one of them is. Hold on. Let's see what they are.
You get a vanity credit on Bajillion.
No, I did not even get that.
What's
You know what? All I got out of Bajillion? A great time.
what's
And
desert?
a decent paycheck.
What's Desert from 1996? What's Desert?
That is a short film that I made with my then comedy partner, and I did produce it.
Yeah, you produced it, and it's got a 9.6 out of 10 on IMDb.
That's absurd
Yeah,
because
Let's-
it
here's
doesn't
what we'll
exist
say.
anywhere.
it's got 9.
Everyone who's watching,
Everyone?
let's all go.
Give it a 10.
Let's all go give it a 10. Let's all
I'm
go
gonna
give it a
give it
10.
I'm going to give it a 10.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Best week ever with Paul F. Tompkins.
I was. That's
Co-EP.
right. I was a co-EP on that. That's true.
Paul F. Tompkins, you should have told me I was producing this. That was what the full title should be. Yeah, anyway, the point is, next time someone says, oh, Paul F. Tompkins, the producer, don't be like, no.
Okay.
6 things. You don't get to do something 6 times and then say, I didn't do it.
Right.
All right?
You're right. Thank you.
6 times. That's 2 trilogies, Paul.
Yeah, that's as many Star Wars films as I made if you don't count the Ewok movies, you don't count Detours, you don't count a lot of the things I did. All right, so actor, writer, producer, additional crew.
Where was my additional crew?
once. So
Wow.
this one you can wave off. You were a consultant, this says, on 2003's The Commies. What? This is an Andy Richter was in this.
Yes, that's correct. That's
Okay, I love this credit. Okay, so this is something in 2003. The plot is unknown at this time. They don't know it. What I can say is that this has a 4.7 out of 10 with 79 ratings.
That sounds
great.
about right.
It's
Yeah.
no desert.
Okay, actor, writer, producer, additional crew, soundtrack. Now you got 3 here, so that's a trilogy. I wonder if you could even guess what they are, because these are all within the last
3 on the
decade.
soundtrack?
3 soundtracks within the last decade. This is a great game show kind of format.
Kind-
Yeah. Oh, be careful!
you're-
Be careful! Mike Richards is going to kind of come and try to host this now.
Do you think the name Michael Richards is just cursed?
Absolutely.
And nobody should be named that anymore.
Nope.
Yep.
No.
And we should start investigating the non-famous Michael Richards and see what
Absolutely.
they've done.
At least,
Yeah.
how about this? A blue ribbon panel, like just a blue ribbon commission.
Absolutely.
They don't have the power to incarcerate anybody or
No.
punish anybody. We want to find out, just in case, there's got to be at least one more Michael Richards out there that we gotta deal with, you know?
These things
Maybe
come
we
in
should-
threes.
Oh,
Absolutely. It rhymes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and good things come in pairs. Maybe we should hook up a precog and just go, not everybody, but maybe just keep an eye on the Mikey Rickies.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
absolutely.
get some fan art of my buddy Steve did a movie Minority Report. Let's get one that's Mike Richardsy report.
Mike Richards' report. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so the three things.
So soundtrack, right? I'm going to
soundtrack.
say, is Bob's Burgers one of them?
Ding, 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 ding. You're exactly right. And look
And
at
there
that.
it is. Oh, I love that. Being torn
That's
in
a good one.
half.
Very
He's
good.
not happy about it. And then a couple minions.
But what's great about this is this doesn't use any of the original art. So this artist owns this piece fully.
That's right.
It can be hung in any gallery, sold to any collector in the world.
Put that on Wikipedia as a picture for the Giving Tree.
Absolutely. Say this is an artist's rendition.
What about this, George?
Where's Norman Rockwell? He is drawing
Norman
the Fop and the
Rockwell.
Dandy.
Yes. Paul, I don't know if you know this. I have a museum opening up in LA.
Yeah.
You heard about this?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. It's going to have a lot of Normie
A lot of
Rockwell.
Norman Rockwell. Yeah.
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 All right.
Have you
Bob,
seen it?
Bob
Paul?
Burger,
Do you know what the museum looks like, Paul?
Sure I do.
have you driven past it?
Yes.
Looks pretty good, huh?
It's beautiful. It looks beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah. I can't wait to get inside there.
Oh. You're going to love
I just want to, I just feel like just so we can all take a look at it.
it. Look at that.
Yeah.
that.
That's what I remember
Yeah.
seeing.
That's
That's
it.
beautiful. That's beautiful. And imagine all the Norman Rockwell paintings in there.
Just imagine that thing stuffed full of Normie Rockwells.
Just back to the rafters.
Yeah. You won't be able to move. It's so thick with NR.
You'll be like Steve Wynn in there, just putting your elbows through all the Norman Rockwells.
Yeah.
Because they're so densely packed.
Mhm.
All right. So you've guessed. And what I like about this bit is now we're within a sub bit because we're still not done with your hyphenate.
That's true. We're not? Okay.
No, this is a game show within another game show.
Right.
So Bob's Burgers, you're correct. That is the first of your three soundtrack credits. This is from 2014. I assume you did one of the songs.
Yes.
They do a lot of songs.
They do a lot of songs on the show. Yeah.
Do you remember a few bars of what you sang on that?
I absolutely do not.
All right. Is your song your song might be on the vinyl release that came out?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so because I believe it was a song featuring many different characters singing.
Awesome.
And everybody takes a verse, and I think I was in that. Do
Do you have a record player, Paul?
I do have a record player. I have a close and play just in case. We are not a vinyl household.
I feel like you should get that Bob's Burgers thing on vinyl just because it's a record that you're singing on.
Put it in a frame, right?
Yeah. All right, so you got two more. And these are from 2019 and 2020. At least when they were released,
Okay.
they have recorded them. These timetable for animation can be years.
Right.
But that gives you a little bit of perspective.
I'm gonna
We'll
say.
this. I believe both shows are no longer airing.
Wait. So are you looking at them right now?
Yes.
looking at
Yes.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Well, then I don't know. And it's 2019 and 2020, and neither of them are airing anymore.
They both ended fairly recently, I believe. One of these shows ended in 2020. The other one aired its final episodes this year. If you're looking around for a little mousy, that's a little clue for you.
Wait a second. That was impressive eyeball work.
Great eyeball work. Can we get Paul full screen for that?
Let's get a little bit more eyeball work. Hang on.
Sorry to put you through your paces again, but
Make that a GIF.
Yeah, that's good. Can we put that as a hyphen? Eyeballer?
eyeballer. Absolutely.
Great wedding present.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say it's not only DuckTales.
A woo.
Mhm. Woo.
Yep, that's the second one.
I don't
You got
remember
it.
singing anything on that show, though.
I don't know. I don't know what you did, but
I
you're
do
on the
remember
soundtrack.
recording a bunch of introductions to songs.
Maybe
It
that's
says,
it.
I don't know.
It says
You think
you
that's
sing
it?
It says you sing Ode to Joy.
Beethoven's hit.
I
Beethoven's
think,
classic.
a huge banger for Beethoven. Absolutely.
Public domain, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe
Beethoven's pop.
I believe I hummed that
Yeah.
in DuckTales.
Mhm.
And there's only one left.
The other one you have a long association with. You've been with this project through multiple iterations.
Through multiple iterations.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Big
a
screen,
character.
small screen,
You've
maybe
taken the
theme
character
parks.
across mediums. For my money, it might be the only time you have been immortalized as a toy.
Oh, is this it's not Tangled, is it?
Oh, he's got the third one. You did
And
very
last,
well
I
on
see
this
the
one.
light.
What's very strange about that is I did not sing in that movie. Somebody else sang, and I was disappointed because I would have liked to have sung.
For the
But you
series.
sang in the show.
Oh, in the show, I did sing in the show. That's true.
Yeah.
Shorty
And
dog.
now that most people are just watching things trapped at home, the distinction between films and TV shows is moot.
It's just the money that people get.
Now the main difference is that you are more likely to contract a disease when you watch a film in a theater
I mean,
than you
very
are at
true.
home.
Very
I'm
true.
going to sound crazy for saying this, but I watch some of these new TV shows. Some of them are better than the movies.
Like,
Sopranos. 6 Feet Under. These new shows they have, some of them are even better than the movies. I'll say this too. I don't want to go out on a limb here. This is some radical shit I'm about to drop.
okay.
I got the big screen with a good audio setup. Sometimes that's as good as going out to the theater.
Wow.
This
Wow.
is I'm the first person to think this, but
Sure.
I sit at home, I eat my popcorn, there's no kid there.
I have a
I'm
question
just
for
saying.
Paul. This is an important.
Yes,
Paul,
Black
what do you like better, movies or TV?
To watch
And before you answer this, just
No,
consider
I'm-
the fact that some of these TV shows these
are
days
better than the movies. Yeah.
better than the movies.
I think that look, I gotta say, I think I enjoy. No, here's what I'm gonna say.
What?
When a movie is good, when you go to the theater and you see a movie on the big screen,
Yeah.
there is nothing better.
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
When you see a good movie and you're like, this was an exciting thing. That is such a great experience, communal experience with other people. You make a night of it. You're going out. It's and you're nothing beats that big screen. Unfortunately, not a lot of movies are that good. Movies are hard to make. It's hard to make. So for me to get out the house, to get away from the TV, where a lot of the shows are even better than the movies. That movie has to have something that entices me so much that I say I have to see that in the theater. I can't just see that, on video.
Paul, let me give you an example of something that happened on television this week.
Oh,
there we are.
I'm going to do my own screen cap right now before that goes away.
Look at the caption underneath the photo. One heck of a dandy, 2021.
There we go. Oh, and the quality is beautiful.
I believe Dave McDonald did that. So I just want to
Dave, thank you and congratulations.
And when that gets taken down, I want to advise, this is a little bit into the weeds, but you want to go into the comments within Wikipedia. You can see the discussion over various edits that are made and changes.
Yes.
And there'll be someone who will be very angry that photo was added and will be fighting with people about it.
That is the best part.
Tell Paul what Wikipedia was trying to do us for a little bit. Do you remember that?
What I didn't know that Wikipedia was trying to do us for a little bit.
Oh, well, Wikipedia.
Right. Oh, yes. Wikipedia was saying that someone made a page about our show, and it listed a lot of the famous people who've been guests on the show. And
They're
we
friends. At this point, they're friends. They're
friends of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And Wikipedia dinged us for being too name droppy.
What?
Feels not fair.
Too
Feels
name
not fair.
droppy. This entire website is just a garbage dump of information.
Where
Look
where
at
where
every-
would this? Where would you hear? I don't understand. Who from Wikipedia said this, and where did you hear this?
You can go into the edits
go
and
into the
see the
Oh, that's
conversation
where it is.
Yeah.
being had.
And they said it was too name droppy. Now they don't say this about the Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. They don't.
No, they
say,
certainly do
They don't
not,
say
George.
too many guests are named. Why did you have to say that Don Rickles was on this show many times? You know.
Yeah.
Who cares if Victor Borgia was on here 30 times?
Stop,
Yeah.
drop it. Pick up all your names. Wikipedia
Look down here.
treats names of significance. Yeah, importance.
Importance?
Importance.
Important.
And
They didn't like us dropping the name David K. Harbour or Bobby Moynihan or Will Butler. They didn't like us
Yeah.
dropping those names.
They
They
didn't
acted
like us
like
dropping
they
names.
treated us like a child with a messy room saying, pick up your names.
Pick up all the names.
Names- Tell this to Wikipedia. Names are not toys.
Also, if they think we drop a lot of names, they should meet my good friend Robert Worrell, because
Hey, did we ever get those hashtags?
Oh yeah, we can show them. You ready?
Not yet, Patrick. Not yet,
Oh, not
Patrick.
yet. We're
Not
still in
yet,
the
Patrick.
hyphens.
Patrick.
I want to show something that happened on television this week. I have muted the sound and I have subtitles so that we can see this.
This is
I
topical.
want-
This
this
is
is something
topical.
that
You know,
happens.
sometimes,
Yeah.
Paul, sometimes on talk shows, the host comes out at the beginning, there's some topical jokes.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
George waits an hour and then plays them off of his phone.
Yeah. All right. This is the CBS hour-long drama, The Good Fight. And
George Lucas's favorite show.
one of my favorite shows, and it's produced by Ridley Scott, and who used Han Solo in Blade Runner. And so this is Wanda Sykes talking to the head of a drug cartel. Okay, and I'm going to read the dialogue, and she's saying how to negotiate. And she says, merchandising. It's not specified in the contract. What, T-shirts and bullshit? Come on. Nobody gives a shit. Ask George Lucas if he gives a shit. The Star Wars guy? What the fuck does he have to do with this? 20th Century Fox wanted to blah, blah, blah. And then it starts talking about how it's talking about how I made a cool deal for merchandising.
It was a
You
cool
put up a
deal.
good- You put up a good fight.
Yeah.
Put up
I
a good
remember-
fight.
That deal was cool.
It was
very
cool.
cool.
It was a cool deal. But this is an example. They're not talking about that in the Suicide Squad.
No.
This is what TV is doing. TV is talking about the real shit.
Yeah.
Do you think if the Suicide Squad were a TV show that eventually they would get around to
Probably.
talking about your merchandising?
Probably
deal?
because they have more time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
fight. It took 5
George,
seasons for them to
George?
talk about it. Yeah.
Do I have the best news in the world for you?
What?
They're making a spin-off of the Suicide Squad for HBO Max.
Hey, maybe they'll talk about my merchandising deal.
This
or
is great.
me in general. Hyphenates. We're up to 5. Paul F. Tompkins, actor, writer, producer, additional crew, soundtrack. Thanks.
Oh, thanks. I was thanked in something.
You were
You
thanked
didn't
in
think-
6 things.
You're a thanky. You are a thanky.
Yes, you're in the
In
6 timers
6
club.
things.
Do you know who thanked you?
Can you name all 6?
No, I can't name one. I have zero idea.
All right, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to run
Ooh,
through.
now I feel like I'm in trouble. I was supposed to discover it in the credits that I never saw it.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Well,
I
no,
think
all
you-
it means is you didn't. You watched it and you just didn't read every credit in the end credits. But you could have been talking about
I
the.
might not have watched it. And now my friend, whoever it was, is like, they know that I didn't see it because I never acknowledged the thanks.
You have 6 you're welcomes that have just been waiting. And actually, I'll tell you this: you can your mileage may vary, your comfort level with this. If you want to call any of these people on the show, just offer them a quick "you're welcome" and hang up.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
All right. 2003, David Cross, Let America Laugh. Thanks.
Oh, I'm good.
Patton Oswalt, My Weakness is Strong. Thanks.
Did not know. We'll have to call him.
Wyatt Cenac, Comedy Person. Thanks.
Thank you.
Did not know that. We'll have to call him.
Tip of the hat.
Friends with Kids. Thanks.
Oh yes, I did
Jennifer Whitehall, yes.
I did a table read for that script,
Thanks.
And
We
then-
troll. We
and then
troll.
everyone around the table was in the movie
Thanks.
except me.
Thanks, but none of them were thanked. They were given money.
That's
and
true.
credit,
That's true. That's very
and they
true.
have to work for it.
Paul, do you
So in my
remember?
defense, I wasn't very good.
Do you remember which role you essayed?
No, I
It was
don't.
probably the John Hamm role.
I think it was him because he was there, but he was not reading. So maybe it was like he was trying to learn by negative example.
Smart. Two left. And this next one is a special thanks.
Mm-hmm.
And this is for With Bob and David. The Netflix sort of follow up to Mr. Show.
Yeah, but it's
weird that they.
But it's for the behind the scenes.
Exactly. That's the
I
trick.
see.
Because you're credited on the main episodes you're in, but then this is the behind the scenes where they show you doing the warm up.
Oh, I didn't realize they did that.
Special
I got heckled doing the warm up one night.
Ooh.
Doing that, there was a very drunk lady in the audience because there was like a sort of VIP room, in the near the studio, and she somehow, I guess, spent a lot of time in there, and then came out for the taping and was drunk and started talking to me like a drunk lady in a comedy club.
This
It was
was
very
a drunk
strange.
VIP.
Drunk VIP. She was sitting with an actor that I did not. They were both wearing sunglasses, and I remember seeing them. And the one guy was a guy that you would recognize. I'm not going to say his name. You would know who he is if I told you. But he was sitting there, just completely stone-faced behind his sunglasses. Clearly, did not want to enter into this at all, and was hoping, I think, to be invisible by.
David Paymer. It was David Paymer.
It was David Paymer. Academy Award nominee David Paymer.
I would have been thrilled if it was. I would have said, "David Paymer, can you believe this is happening?" Wait, was that it for the thanks?
No.
There's one more. I just wanted to show
I like that. I like that.
I like that one a lot.
I like
and
that
a little
you
Megan peeking behind. Look at him.
Peeking?
Oh, it's the one-eyed guy. This is good. Does he have a name? The one-eyed guy? Do we know what his name is?
Yeah, let's ask Nick Wiger. Keep talking.
He will know.
Answer.
He will know. Yeah.
So the final. So you got a special thanks for With Bob and David, but then in 2018, and this was the last time professionally that you've received this kind of gratitude. Origin Story gave you very special thanks.
Oh, that is. I did not realize that at all. That is
Now, Paul. That was the last time
Very
that you got. That was the last time that you got a very special thanks until tonight. You're gonna get one for this episode.
Are you kidding me?
Thanks, Paul. We're not ending it, but we're saying it, and then you're gonna get an extra credit for the episode, so you'll be up to 7 thankses.
Let's go around and each give him a thanks.
Thanks, Paul.
Patrick, you seem very eager to get in there.
No, he was trying to get. Patrick was trying to direct the order of the things. But George jumped in at the same time.
My
Paul,
show.
Hey, Paul?
you don't
Hey,
know
Paul?
Patrick as well as we do. He tries to make it seem like he's being generous and looking out for other people. But meanwhile, he just wants to get his thanks off.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
Just look at me really quick.
Oh, sorry.
Nope. Other way.
Other way.
Other way.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, Patrick.
Thanks. Thank you.
Hey, Paul.
Nope. Close. Yep. There you go. There you go.
Yes, George.
Thanks.
Thank you, George, for everything.
Hey, Paul.
Yes,
Direct
Watto?
up. Directly up.
Yeah, Watto.
Thank you.
Thank you, Watto. You're welcome. Wow. I gotta say,
I'd also like to give you some very, very special thanks.
Okay. I'll accept that.
Very special thing.
This is unheard of. It's unprecedented.
VVST.
No one's gotten a VVSC that I'm aware of.
You gotta get tested for those.
Can I add a new credit?
Yeah.
Paul, on behalf of the George Lucas Talk Show, I want to cordially say, thank you very much.
Watto, here's the thing. We were having a very nice moment, and I think people were being sincere, and it was like, you know, we'll put the entertainment on hold and let's just be real people for a second. And then
I didn't want
you
to
like-
read the joke.
And Paul was
then automated
offended,
joke.
and Paul was offended by it. So you know what just happened?
Stand-up comedy.
Watto just did some stand-up comedy.
Just did some stand-up comedy.
I didn't even have to get off the couch.
Can I say that people in the chat were thanking me, and I almost started to tear up because it was unexpectedly moving that a bunch of people that I don't know were just saying thank you and my name.
Yeah.
And it stopped exactly when it needed to before I had a complete breakdown.
Well, here's the amazing thing, because when we first started,
no, now you're trying to start it again.
No,
Chat, you're trying to start it again.
It's too late. They're doing it. I was concerned when we started doing this show as a live stream.
Come on, guys, come on. Yeah,
come on.
Thank you.
I was worried because there's nothing worse in the world than people commenting using the internet, and yet somehow this show has miraculously maintained a low enough viewership that that people are kind within the comments.
Yes.
And so I do want to, without making it a bit, it would be nice if people have like sincere, they can be brief, just anything nice that you truly believe about Paul, just say it in the comments at your leisure.
In the meantime, I have a news update.
Wow.
Yeah, no, we got it. We got it. What is it?
I don't have it yet, Watto. Now I've got it.
There are a few one-eyed minions. But Stuart,
is this from Wiger? Is this from Wiger?
Straight from Nick Wiger. But Stuart is the most well-known one. Phil also, Carl. But some of these have shifted. Kevin, I think, had one eye, but got retconned to have two.
Okay, now while George is not here, I just
bad news, Paul. Bad news.
What? No. Oh.
He wants to see the text. No, there's a few, but Stuart, the most well-known one, I feel for one, Carl. But also some of these have shifted. Kevin, I think, had one eye, but got retconned to have two. Sorry, Paul. He just had to verify. We need to verify our sources.
I'm going to call Patton real quick and see and thank him and say you're welcome for the special thanks.
Good thinking. Good thinking.
Hey, Patton.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me, Paul F. Tompkins. I'm calling from the George Lucas Talk Show.
Okay. Hi.
And it was just pointed out
hello.
to me. It was just pointed out to me that you gave me a special thanks, a thank you, in at the end of one of your specials, and I didn't realize that. And I just wanted to say you're welcome.
Well, yes, I am still was waiting for that. You're welcome for many decades now. So thank you.
I guess I turned it off too quickly, and I didn't see that, and I humbly apologize, but you are very welcome.
Well, I was glad you were there for me. So thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's not make a meal out of it. All right, that feels good. I'm glad I did that.
Good to do that. Okay, so you, by my count, you have 5 more calls to make.
Who are the other?
Well, no, you know what? No. Okay, you have to thank the widow Kulop. You have to not thank. You're welcome. You have to. You're
welcome, Kulop.
Kulop, Bob and David.
I have to. You're welcome, Bob and David.
Wyatt Cenac.
Oh, Wyatt Cenac. That's right. Yes.
And then it's not because it's David twice, and then Jennifer Westfeld.
Right.
Yeah, so Kulop, Bob, David, Wyatt,
Jennifer Westfeld. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But
no rush, no pressure.
Oh, okay. All right. You see, whose number do I have here? I don't know. Now I'm running out of numbers.
Oh.
I don't know if I have Jennifer Westfeld's number. I don't think I have her number.
Okay.
Let me see if I have Wyatt's number.
Yeah. He's done this show before. You can
of course
tell
he
him
has.
Watto says hi.
Sure.
Is this Wyatt?
Looking for Wyatt Cenac's. I do have his number. Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we go. and it was
Hello.
Hi, Wyatt.
Hi, Paul F. Tompkins.
How are you doing? I'm calling from the George Lucas Talk Show.
The George Lucas Talk Show.
Yes, it was George. Mr. Lucas pointed out to me, he was looking at my credits on IMDb and pointed out that I was thanked in the credits of your special comedy person. And I did not see that. And I'm so sorry I never responded, but I want to say officially, you're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Okay,
And
talk to you
thank
later.
again.
All right.
you didn't say Watto says hi.
He probably assumed it.
He knows. He knows,
Yeah.
Watto.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
He knows.
He's evergreen.
Let's see. Let's just see if I have Jennifer Westfeldt's number.
Give it a shot.
I think of all the people, she would be the one that would appreciate this the most. No, don't have her number. Do have her email. I will email her.
Okay.
Good.
And Bob and David. Okay. I was hoping this wouldn't come to this.
You don't have to. You do not have to.
No, Patrick, he does.
Patrick, what are you doing? You're the producer of the show. You're not supposed to unproduce a bit that's happening.
I feel like a precedent has been set, and I feel like it would just be shitty to drop the ball at this point. You know, if I were watching this, if I were watching this and somebody was doing this, I'd be like, man, that sucked. He chickened out.
Yeah.
So I can't do that.
Especially, especially because David thanked you twice.
He did.
Yeah.
Twice is nice.
The double thanks.
Although, do we know? We don't know for sure if David was thanking me for With Bob and David, or if it was only Bob.
Could have been.
Well, it says. I mean, look, if you read the credits, it says thanks with Bob and David. So it sounds like the thanks were with Bob and David together.
Okay.
But
Okay.
Do you think they both had to sign off on all the thanks?
Yeah, it says Bob and David.
But even if we think it was a Bob only thanks, there's no question that Bob's fingerprints are not anywhere near the Let America Laugh thanks.
True.
That seems to be a pure David thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's possible that in the time between, because there's a significant amount of time between 2003 Let America Laugh and 2015 with Bob and David.
Yeah.
The shine might have worn off by then. Maybe at that point, David wasn't in a thankful mood.
This is a good drawing. I like this.
It's a good drawing.
You see this, Paul?
It's like an Al Hirschfeld one.
I think that should be the picture for Dandy now on Wikipedia.
Okay, time for an update. By the way, the chat has suggested that the name of this segment is Thank Yankers.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah,
it does.
This is a backdoor pilot in more ways than one, because I feel like between Fop or Dandy, the Foppening, Thank Yankers, and the Hyphenate Show, I think we've got potentially a number of series that could go straight to series.
Yeah.
I don't seem to have David Cross's contact in my phone anymore. I don't know what happened there. I've been having a lot of computer problems, so maybe it's a sync issue. I do have Bob's number, and we'll call him now.
All right.
I hope he doesn't want to have those voicemails with the number.
Well, just get ready to hang up quick.
Yeah.
If it leads with that number.
Also, he just had a heart attack.
Yeah. He's got a lot going on.
Hey, man.
Bob, hi. It's Paul F. Tompkins. I'm not going to keep you long. I'm calling from the George Lucas Talk Show, which is streaming live right now. And George Lucas just pointed out to me that I was listed in the special thanks of With Bob and David. And I just wanted to say you're welcome.
Well, it's finally.
Yeah, I'm really sorry,
How long
man.
did that take?
I know. I'm really sorry. I guess I didn't realize it, and that's on me. But sincerely, you are.
When we planned the special thing,
Yeah.
Well, at least we'll get you're welcome
Right.
from these people.
Yeah.
And how that won't take long. I remember saying that.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have.
And here we are.
Yeah, but I mean, am I the only one that said you're welcome?
Yes, so far.
Oh man, I'm sorry it took me this long, Bob. You got enough to worry about right now without waiting on me to say you're welcome.
Yeah, I do, but I'll take it. Believe me, I'll take it.
Okay, well, goodbye. Okay, I mean that's not bad. I mean that's most of the people.
Paul,
I think we got his first television appearance post heart attack.
Hey, better call Bob
And say you're welcome.
and say you're welcome.
Paul, I have what might be some bad news for you.
What?
Well, you were calling into question, was it in fact Bob and David who gave the special thanks, this and that? And I know Bob just took credit for it, and I think it meant a lot to him for you to call and give up the "you're welcome." But let's be honest here. Usually the one who decides the special thanks is the director, right?
No.
The director
No.
of a film?
For a TV show.
But it wasn't. It was a behind-the-scenes special, which is almost like a documentary, which means I think you have to call up
Lance
Bangs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shit. But Bob really did make it sound like he really made it sound like it was his idea.
Because he's a great actor. He can sell it. You know, he knows how to sell it.
Boy, that bothers me now that he did that.
Uh-huh.
I know we're supposed to feel terrible for him because that doesn't mean you can just lie whenever you want.
No, it's not a license. LIE since.
That was not stand-up comedy, but it did offend me.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I have Lance's.
I'm sorry. I have another.
I have his
update.
number. Oh yeah.
I have another update here quickly before you call Lance Bangs.
Pitch it up.
Yeah, now it's an update.
None of the minions have 3 eyes.
That we know of.
Yes.
Oh! I like that, George. That was spicy.
I think it would be ridiculous to claim that we've met all the minions. How arrogant. How arrogant would you have to be?
The
to claim,
hubris.
I've met all the minions.
I responded. I said not that we know of yet. I responded.
Yes.
Did you get George credit?
Watto, I wasn't saying that you were arrogant. I was hypothesizing that a person who would suggest such a thing, it would be the height of human arrogance.
Right. So you're saying that about Nick Wiger.
That's right.
I feel like my atmosphere is degrading.
It's getting foggy.
It is getting foggy in here. All right, where do you go?
All right.
I just had him here. Lance Bangs.
Lance Bangs. And I want to remind people we are 2 hyphen objects away from ending this segment.
Why is everybody picking up their phone? Isn't that weird?
It's a pandemic. People, they cry out for human contact. It's the safe way to do it. No variant has yet been able to go through the phone line.
Yet.
To an automatic voice message.
Don't listen to the number. I hope it's not his number anymore, too. This will be great. Hi, Lance. It's Paul F. Tompkins. Listen, I just have been alerted that I was thanked in the credits to the With Bob and David behind the scenes footage. And I wanted to, this is very late, but I wanted to say you're welcome. And I really apologize for not saying you're welcome sooner. If the thanks do come at the director's discretion, which I'm assuming for something like this, they do, but I also called Bob and he accepted the you're welcome from me. And now I have my doubts that it was his place to do so. So I'm just covering my bases here. I want to say you're welcome. It was my pleasure. Anytime.
I have to admit, Paul, we may have done you a disservice here because I'm starting to feel as if we may have burned through an entire podcast that you could have done.
Yeah.
Like I feel like this very much could have been a podcast.
Can I tell you something, George?
Yeah.
The last thing I need to do is another fucking podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
That's the fucking last thing I need to do.
So the last thing you need to do is another fucking podcast?
Oh, baby.
What are you, the MTA?
Yes. The last thing anybody needs to do is another fucking podcast.
Next stop, 14th Street, Union Square.
No.
W, F, B, D. The last thing TFT needs to do is another fucking podcast.
Paul F. Tompkins, actor, writer, producer, additional crew, soundtrack. Thanks. And the next credit, Paul, I have to set it up a little bit because you might think, oh, now we're in the dregs. Now we're in the area where it's like the minor.
I can't imagine what is below thanks.
No. This is the thing that you have. The only thing, as far as the industry is concerned, this is the only thing you have done more than this is be an actor. Mm-hmm. So actor is your top credit. If you're going just by the numbers, this is your number 2 job.
Okay.
And I got to tell you,
what that would be.
Can you think of what that would be, Paul?
What do you do almost as much as act? Just a little less.
Yeah.
I'll say
You
this.
spend most of your
doing
time
it.
pretending to be other people, but what do you do the rest of the time?
You're doing it right now, buddy.
Being
Self.
yourself.
That's right.
You have 129 credits as an actor, but 112 credits as self.
And you know what? That is the greatest role I play.
Yeah.
Myself.
Yourself.
Yeah.
And you know what your most recent credit? It's the George Lucas Talk Show. Self.
Is it up there now? Ding, ding, ding,
It's already
ding, ding.
up there, right? And right below it, you got SF Sketchfest presents Plan 9 from Outer Space, Table Read. You got your Doughboys. You got your Red Carpet Report. You got your Riff Tracks Live, Celebrity Parade. And then, lo and behold, 2016, the Star Wars show.
Oh.
Even though you're credited not as self within self, as the Toyota-thon salesman.
Oh yes, they did. I did a little skit.
But you were you also yourself?
I was also self.
Yeah. So it's a shared credit.
Yeah, that's rare.
Yeah.
That's rare to appear in the same project as self and another character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not everyone can do that.
You're welcome.
Now,
I say to
Paul.
everyone.
Now,
Yes,
Paul,
yes, Blackbed.
I gotta ask. Do you want to play a character really quickly so you can do it on here too?
Now, this
Yes,
is a thing
I
we've
do.
done before. We've let people add another credit by both appearing as themselves and as a character.
Okay, I do like this. All right.
Go to your comedy chest. Pick out some really funny things, Paul.
Yeah.
George, Paul's library looks like your library. And oh my goodness. What's this guy's name?
Well, now. Hello there, young feller. I run the lighthouse here. My name is Ezekiel.
Ezekiel, the Lighthouse Keeper.
That's me, Ezekiel, the lighthouse keeper. Have you ever been in a lighthouse before?
I have.
I have not. No.
Okay. You all could have just said no, but you really made a big deal out of it.
I have.
Well, you're here at you have been in a lighthouse before, son?
I'm a billionaire. Yes.
Son. Don't call him son.
Oh wait,
Have
I'm
you ever-
not playing a character. Ezekiel,
No,
I'm
you-
not playing a character.
Why can't I call him son? I'm an old man.
Of course. Yes. You
I
can
don't know how old. He's
Stay in it.
75. He's 75.
Stay in
How
it.
old are you?
I'm
Stay-
85.
I'm 77.
Oh, he's standing.
No, because look,
77.
you see my shirt? 77. I'm
Now.
77.
Okay,
I
yes.
can stretch and kick and stretch. I'm 77.
Now we're here at the bottom. That's where nothing happens. But mind your way up the twisty stairs, because when we get up to the top, there's a great big light that's going to shine right in your fucking face.
Is it an industrial light?
Oh, sure it is. And isn't it magical?
Wow.
Hey.
Yes, and it is.
Do you know what I like about you, Ezekiel?
What's that, son?
You're a little bit salty for a lighthouse keeper, because I feel like other lighthouse keepers are family friendly, and you just threw a fuck in there.
No, I've been trapped on this rock for months and months. I thought I saw a mermaid and I tried to fuck it.
Wow.
What about, are there seagulls there? Do you see
Oh,
seagulls?
yeah, there's
a lot?
seagulls. There's one that wouldn't
Tell us-
leave me alone, and I fucking killed it with a shovel.
Oh,
You
no.
shouldn't have spilled your beans.
Tell us about your day to day, Ezekiel.
Yeah, what's
Oh,
your
you
day
know, it's
like?
like a lot of it is just hanging out, I'm sending emails or whatever. Nothing really gets going until nighttime. And then it's whoop, whoop, whoop. Got to get up there, turn on the light. And then I sit up there, send some more emails.
Now, to circle back to the emails, is it Wi-Fi enabled or do you have Ethernet? What is your plugin situation?
I got a hotspot. My phone is a hotspot.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm using that.
That's great.
Really fucks with my data plan, though. It's like, it's not cheap.
I'm sure. Does anyone come to visit? Do you have family?
Oh, I had a family once. I had a wife and a beautiful baby boy, but they did not like the life of the Lighthouse Keeper. I guess you could say I'm married to the sea or to the lighthouse. I'll take either one.
George Watto, do you have any questions for Ezekiel?
Yeah,
I don't want to keep.
Yeah, you guys can ask me anything.
Yeah, I got the question for
Sure, you in the back.
It's me, Watto. Hey, Ezekiel.
Yes, Watto.
Make me full screen for this question, and then make Ezekiel full screen the moment he answers.
Yep.
Ezekiel. Ezekiel!
Yeah, what? Was that the question?
No. Not yet.
Shoot.
Ezekiel. Ezekiel, can you hear me? You down with OPP?
Yeah, you know me.
Thank you.
Great question. All right, Ezekiel. Well, it was great talking to you.
Thanks.
Great talking with you. Always glad to have visitors here at the Lighthouse.
Make him full screen for that. No, make him full screen for that.
Make him full screen.
And what I'd like right now is for someone to run closing credits over this as if it's the closing credits. Yeah. Great. All right, we have it. We have it.
Great. We got it.
What's interesting is that this came about because we were dealing with the penultimate credit, Self, and it was the segment in which you did a character.
Yeah.
And that's just how unpredictable the show is. You never know what's going to happen. But now we're at the final credit, the final thing that the industry thinks of you as.
I thought, are you kidding me? Wait, did you add some?
I didn't add anything.
I feel like we were at the final one so many times.
No, I'm telling the industry thinks you're more things than you think you are, and I think it's worth noting that. You know,
I feel like we have also been on this hyphenate kick for 90 straight minutes now.
Of course.
Well, I think it's the theme.
Paul F. Tompkins, actor, writer, producer, additional crew, soundtrack, thanks, Self, and archive footage.
Oh, I know what that one is.
It's 3.
There's 3.
It's 3.
Yeah. What do you think it is?
I know Run, Ronnie, Run is one of those.
Nope. You're wrong.
Oh, they didn't even give me that. Fuck you guys.
You will not guess. You will not guess one of them. You might get the other 2, but you definitely will not guess one of them.
Okay. Probably Poseidon.
The 2006 one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think somebody was watching a TV and there was like an old Best Week Ever on or something.
Upside down in the boat.
Yeah. That's how they knew there was a problem. Wait, this show is usually right side up. I'm gonna talk to the captain. I have no idea where my archival footage would be.
They're weird. Let's say one of them is a stand-up show where they credit you as archive footage rather than as Self.
Is it the Larry David special?
It is not. You're under Self for that.
It's something, I'll give you a clue. It's something that lasted for 10 episodes in 2002. And it was something that Comedy Central did. I don't even know if you'd be aware that this happened.
Yeah, because this might have been a set you recorded for something else that then they used as archival footage.
Oh, I certainly love the sound of this. Yeah. I have zero idea.
It's called Comic Remix. Wicca what?
Oh, yeah. I see. Yes, I kind of remember when that show was happening. Yes,
2002.
that's right.
We cut to 2008.
Wipe edit.
What could it be, Paul?
2008.
I'll give you a hint.
Should we give some context for this one?
It is a home video release of a series you had done earlier, so it's now placed in a different context. So you were credited as an actor at the time, I believe, and now it's placed into a different context for a DVD release.
Hey, shut up! God damn it! Sorry about that, guys. My mom is here to pick me up. I told her this was going to be an hour, and I guess I lost track of time. 2008. So it was a show that I was originally on as an actor, but then when it was released at...
I'm sorry. I just got more clarification here.
Uh-huh.
It was a short film that was originally available only on iTunes. That was then placed into a DVD as part of a larger compilation.
It was a short film available on iTunes. Then it was put on DVD as part of a larger compilation.
Right. Yeah. And so though you were credited as an actor for this short film as its own entry within this DVD, which has its own IMDb page, they credit you as archival footage because technically they're repurposing the iTunes.
Watto, I think we can say what his character's name is, I think.
Okay. Club owner.
I would say Tenacious D.
Correct.
Okay.
It's the Complete Masterworks, Volume 2.
Yes.
Time Fixers.
Time Fixers, yes. That's
Written
right.
by Dan Harmon, co-starring Michael Keaton.
Ooh.
Batman.
I don't remember that.
Batman.
I don't remember. Yeah, no, I know who Michael Keaton is.
No, he's Batman.
No, I know who he is.
Mr. Mom. Mr. Mom.
Mr. Mom, yes. Multiplicity, yes.
The bird guy.
Night Shift. Remember that one?
Night Shift. Gung Ho.
The other guys.
Silver.
This is Chuck reminding Bill to shut up. Do you remember that?
The Vulture. He's never going to get the last one. We should just say what the last one is.
No,
It's a podcast. It's a podcast. The last one's a podcast that someone has put on IMDb. If you were looking, it's one of those things when they started, there are IMDb credits where people have added like long-running live improv shows or podcasts. And when you're looking at them, you'll be like, what's this? It looks like it could be a TV show or a movie. This is a podcast. It has 1,282 episodes. And
I'll say this.
Yeah.
I didn't see your name on this IMDb page because I skipped the first 15 minutes, but then I eventually found you.
That's a great clue.
It's a
great clue. And it's he's being silly, but it's a good clue.
Yes, it's WTF with Mark Maron.
Correct.
Right. Self-guessed and unknown episodes. And now we've completed.
It was a best of. He did a guess of Christmas Past.
Yes, I remember that. Mm-hmm.
And so that's the full picture. That's the way the industry. You're an octa hyphenate. Doc Ock.
Do you think the industry counts special thanks and archival footage when they're putting these
all this industry was
views together?
This industry was built on gratitude.
Yeah.
Is that true, George?
Nope. It sounded so good.
It did sound good. I wish it were true.
Yeah. What a great world it would be. I wanted it to be true as I was saying it. And I realized nothing could be less true.
Absolutely not true.
What a garbage industry this is.
Yeah.
I just had a very big thought.
Yeah.
Ooh. Is it time for Watto's Big Thoughts?
Yes. Make me
play the
full
jingle.
screen.
Play the bumper. Let's play the bumper.
Wait, Paul, if you sing a jingle, we can put you as composer.
Oh, shit.
Well, now you know what my big thought is.
Oh, sorry.
A lot of times he says things that he shouldn't ought, but now it's time for Watto's Big Thoughts.
Okay.
You hold that, and then we run credits.
Is the bumper factory is not open? Is it?
No, the bumper factory is not open. Sorry, George.
Okay, so we'll
But
save
we
that
do
for
have,
later.
but we do have fans out there who I bet could put that together as a bumper pretty quickly.
Clip it and ship it.
Clip
You
it,
clip
ship
it
it,
and
grip
ship
it,
it to us.
grip it.
What I was going to say is 8 is a very undignified number. Let's add some more fields to your IMDb right now here on this show.
Ooh,
So
let's
you
do it.
just added composer.
And soundtrack.
Yes, I did.
Well, yes, you add another soundtrack credit. I'm saying let's add some new
New
fields.
credits. Yes, yes. Absolutely.
New occupation. So composer, that's a new one. Paul, who is filming you tonight?
I am.
Yes, you are.
That makes me the director of
second unit
photography
and second unit director as well.
and second unit director.
Yeah.
Second unit director, cinematographer.
It would also be great, and I don't want to take anything away from Paul, but if anyone has some free time, because I know people are looking for hobbies, because we might have another lockdown, who knows? And this would be a great hobby.
Don't.
Every guest we've ever had on the show technically could be credited as a second unit director on this show.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
doop, doop.
Hey, Paul.
Doop, doop.
Paul, I have another question for you. I have another question for you, Paul.
Doop, doop, doop.
I'm telling you, this is TikTok material, Paul.
Doop, doop,
and you're wasting your account if you're not doing some TikTok. Doop, doop, doop.
Doop, doop, doop.
Doop, doop, doop.
Joop,
Doop, doop, doop.
Doop, doop.
Hey.
joop, joop.
Hey, Paul.
Oh!
Mhm.
Doop, doop, doop.
Real ba-ba-ba.
Yeah, do, 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 do.
Real ba-ba-ba. Yeah, ba-ba-ba.
What was that one, Watto? That looks gross. You're doing a gross one.
Paul, I have a big question for you.
Doop, doop, doop.
Not a big thought, a big question.
Okay.
Who dressed you tonight?
Watto, I gotta say, I styled myself.
And that's another one.
And I'll say this. Paul, you retweeted and posted about this show a lot. We could say you were the unit publicist for this.
Unit publicist.
Unit
That's right.
publicist.
I want to thank you for that. I know we already did thanks, but I think you may have promoted this show more than any guest we've ever booked.
Well, you know why? Because I am not ashamed of being on the internet, and I think a lot of you get some fancy people on here, and I think that they think the internet is some sort of ghetto that they are not allowed to promote. It's going to look bad. It's going to make them look bad. But let me tell you something. I'm online, just like everybody fucking else, and I promote things.
Yeah.
I promote things.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these famous people who has a lurker account.
No.
I'm out there mixing it up with people. You sass me, I'll sass you back. That's the way it works. I'm a person just like you. And doesn't it eat me up inside?
That we're all people too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you read it right, Pat.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I just want to throw out that Wyatt Cenac and Patton Oswalt have both been added to the cast of this episode on IMDb. Someone's really slacking in terms of adding Bob.
Yeah. What about Bob? What about Bob? What about Bob?
What about Bob?
Frank
How
Bob.
many movies have question marks in the title? Not many.
That's a great title for a documentary.
What about who is killing the great chefs of Europe? Did they leave?
Yeah.
The
Whatever
question
happened to
mark?
Baby Jane?
Oh,
Who's
Star
afraid of
Wars
Virginia
Episode
Woolf?
2, Attack of the Clones?
George.
if only. If only.
Oh, if
That
only,
would be.
if only. I mean, honestly, if I still owned him, I'd change it tonight. I'd add a question mark there.
Do you know what's funny? Is that actually that picture of me and my lovely wife is from the premiere of The Last Jedi.
What?
Hey,
And so I actually am doing a force choke in that picture.
Wow.
great.
How was that
Thank you,
premiere?
Wandering Frog. It is perfect. That
Let's
premiere
talk
was
about
a
that premiere.
ball. It was a lot of fun. It was so exciting to see the cast come out on the stage beforehand, and see the passing of the Chewbacca torch. It was very exciting. It was a lot of fun. They had around the grounds, you know, in near the theater, they had like a one the big AT-AT, like life size. You look up at that thing. It was very exciting. Very exciting. BB-8 came out on the stage. Come on.
BB great.
BB great.
Paul,
Maybe
did you
great.
sit during the movie and think to yourself, man, I think everyone's going to be very nice and normal about this one? When you were watching Last Jedi at the premiere, did you go, I expect that people will be very calm and sane online about this movie for years to come?
Yes, I predicted, and I think correctly, I haven't looked to see if I was right, that people would be like, this is a great Star Wars movie. I really enjoy it. Case closed.
Yup.
Can't wait for more from this director.
Paul, we're trying. I'm sure you must be confused about what's happening right now, but we don't want to give him
George
the
has
attention.
apparently left, but here's
gone.
BB-8, the adorable droid.
Paul, you need to understand what he's doing right now is actually very mean and very gross.
No, is it really? Wait,
Yes.
it's gross? How's it gross?
He's
kinda
gross
gross.
because
Kinda
we
gross.
had a good friend on this show named Big 8. He was a
Big
very
8?
big 8. He was a
Big-
very big inflatable BB-8.
Uh-huh.
And one day George stabbed him with a knife and skinned him alive. He's got his Mickey Mouse knife.
Mickey, why would there be a Mickey Mouse knife? That is fucked up.
We have that question that we've never
It's-
been able
it's
to
not
get an
just-
answer.
Oh, what's happening? What's happening?
You're stabbing the knife with a fork?
A fork is stabbing the knife.
Oh, that's a Mickey Mouse
no.
fork. I guess that makes more sense.
Yeah. It's
A spoon, I think a spoon would make the most sense of a Mickey Mouse utensil.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no. Who is it? Oh, it's Donald.
Goofy.
It's
Goofy
Donald
spoon. Donald
This is
Spoon.
Donald.
Donald Spoon.
Donald Spoon.
And there's
Wow.
Yeah.
clanking them
It's
together.
a Mickey Forky.
Mickey Forky.
Mickey
Donald
Forky.
Spoony.
Donald Spoony. Two new characters on their show.
This is a classic case of Mickey Forky. Oh, there's me on Thank Yankers.
Hey,
I just want to point out that
Well
George
done.
introduced Mickey Forky and Donald Spoony to try to distract us from the fact that he took the carcass of our friend, a former character on this show, and wore it like a hat.
Now, Big 8, how was he bigger than BB-8?
yeah,
Very
way
big.
bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Oh,
there
okay.
was also a little BB-8.
Oh,
There
so
was
there's
a-
BB-8 that's smaller than BB-8.
We used
As
to
well.
do the show for charity, it'd be fundraisers,
Yeah,
and we would add stretch goals to incentivize people to donate.
sure.
And one of the goals was whatever it was, every $800 or whatever,
Mhm.
George had to inflate the BB-8,
Mm-hmm.
which would make
Well,
him
but by
very
blowing
red
it up, not like with
Yes.
a pump. He had to blow it up himself.
with his lungs, and it would make him very red in the face. He would get as red as that jacket. And people would laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh.
So now we're seeing some second unit footage
Yes.
that George is directing himself.
Yes. And camera operated.
Oh, and there's wow, this
Now,
is
we're gonna do
wild.
something fun. We're gonna do something fun.
Oh, no.
All right, I'm gonna send Patrick outside to fly this baby Yoda kite on the streets of New York.
Now, here's the thing. I believe a hurricane is starting in New York right
It's
now.
a
Well, it'll,
hurricane
be
warning.
good.
it'll go up and no problem. Yeah, that's great.
Okay,
Yeah.
can you give that to Jersey Dave and he'll come out with me?
Good kiting weather.
This
It's
sucks.
good kite
This
weather,
sucks.
absolutely.
This sucks.
But yes, every $100, George would either have to inflate or deflate the BB-8. And the
Oh,
thing was, he could inflate it with his lungs, but in order to deflate it, he would sort of have to mount it. The only way
Right.
he could get the air out of it was to sort of get on top of it and wrap his thighs around it and then thrust back and forth until the air was released.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then he got Big 8, and then he stabbed both of them.
Yeah,
Oh, he stabbed the little guy too?
yeah.
George.
And I killed the Darth Maul chair. I got all the carcasses right here.
Darth Maul chair.
You
Yeah,
have the
big-
other show
Inflatable Darth Maul chair. Hold on.
the carcasses. So
You know how
Paul
some
can
people,
understand.
you know how some people say, like, I kept the receipts. That's what this is. This is me keeping the receipts.
He's like Jeffrey Dahmer, except instead of keeping skulls in his fridge, he's keeping the carcasses of our friends.
There
That
we
was an
go.
inflatable chair you thought.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then do you have little BB-8 so he can see the size comparison?
I don't know where it is. It's too small.
I mean, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
But that was also inflatable?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Paul, this is going to be exciting now because we've sent Patrick out onto the streets of New York. We've never done anything like this before, really, and it's during a weather event that is significant enough that the news is covering it.
We've never done Streets of New York. Watto went out onto his fire escape.
Mhm.
George took a walk through the woods and went pee-pee into a cup.
Yeah.
Why into a cup?
It was for charity.
For charity, Paul.
But I mean, if you're in the woods, it just seems like you don't need a cup at that point.
If I remember correctly, I believe it was part of the donor's request. You know, when it was a type of charity event where the donors say, I want you to do this, and you don't question it. You just think, oh, well, this is what they want, and this is what we have to do to raise money for a good cause.
Yeah.
I think it was like some sort of live stream joke that he was going to do a live stream on the live stream, and the stream was his urine, and he was going to do it by a stream.
Right. It was the cup thing I had an issue with, but thanks, Wyatt.
Yeah.
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 Now, one of the things, now we actually, because we're in a different location, and you know, I've been doing this remotely from Skywalker Ranch for the past, you know, since the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've returned to New York for a broadcast, and unfortunately, I left a few items of that normally I would share with you because you know we were talking about Normie Rockwell's, and there's a character, and I want to ask for some specific character art because it's so appropriate. I'll bring it up on my phone so you can actually see the image that I'm talking about. A classic Norman Rockwell.
You working on that lumbar there, Watto?
Yeah.
Little lumbar support?
Yeah, the little bit of support.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that myself.
All right.
Oh, that's better.
So one of the famous Norman Rockwell works of art is a character named Butterboy, and that's him there.
Now, this is we just have come to call him Butterboy.
No, that's the name. That's
Norman
the
Rock.
name.
That's the name of the painting. Is Butterboy?
As far as we can tell, it's only ever been released on this commemorative plate, and on the back
He's
of
the
plate,
titular character. Yes.
on the back of the plate, it says Butterboy. Let me see if I'll do Butterboy back plate and see if that brings up an image, just because we want to verify.
Let me tell you, the chat is going crazy for Butterboy.
Yeah,
Butterboy is a fan favorite.
Well, a fan favorite, and I think that for good reason. Well, there's got to be. You would think Butterboy back plate. Hold on. Would bring up a lot of images. Here we go. Norman Rockwell, Butterboy.
Butterboy.
It's an authentic reproduction in fine china of the masterpiece created by America's beloved artist. All right.
George, do you agree with? I'm sorry. Do you agree with that assessment that it's a masterpiece?
Absolutely, because look at here's the thing. My museum is all about narrative art. It's about art that tells a story.
Right.
Look at that. Look at the story that's being told just in one image. What do you think it is?
I think, first of all, he sort of reminds me of South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. He is very excited because he's just buttered some bread, and presumably, and he's excited about eating that buttered bread, and presumably he's going to butter that next piece of bread because he's still got the knife, still got the butter, and that bread has no butter on it. So that's the story. Is a little boy who loves butter, and he's getting ready to eat some bread and butter, his favorite treat.
Look at this person.
Is that Butter Girl? Wow. Yeah. Now she's interesting because the
saga continues.
I wonder. Yeah, because that's a lot of butter that she's putting on there. Butterboy, he had that amount, like half that amount of butter, big chunks, right? And I'm assuming that's room temperature butter, and it's not frozen, it's not cold, refrigerated, because he's just going to tear that bread apart. So I guess the story is
he's going to tear that bread apart, Paul. You're right.
I guess the story is Butter Girl likes butter even more than Butter Boy does. She's
Yeah.
using
Right.
twice the amount
So,
of butter on
the
one. doesn't
Butterboy
look like
just
the bread.
uses pads of butter. Right.
Butter
But
girl is like, oh, you think you like butter? Hold my
as we call
beer.
it. We're expanding this world.
The Butterverse. Okay.
Yeah, but don't hold my butter. 'cause
Paul,
I
I
need
want
that. I'm going to eat
I
all of it.
want you to know George was talking.
But we need to get fan art if it hasn't already been done. Oh, Watto,
Watto?
Watto,
Watto?
doop doop doop.
Doop, 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 doop.
We need to get fan art. We need
George.
we need to get fan art of Mr. Peanut Butter Boy.
Oh, now you're talking. Absolutely.
Right? Watto, did you hear me?
I mean,
Watto, did you hear me?
What's that?
yes, I did.
Watto, did you hear
I
me?
heard both of you.
Watto, did you hear me? Are the three of us on
me?
Are the three of us on our own separate delays? Is that what's happening?
I think so, because I can hear things echoing from the next room that are completely like I still hear you talking from the next room.
I worry
Real wow.
gone wrong now that we sent out our street unit.
Do you
Well, we haven't heard from them since they went out into the, I guess, hurricane.
The hurricane.
I'm
Fly a
wondering.
kite.
I think you might be onto something, Watto. I think it might have been a mistake when we sent our street unit into
look
a
at that.
hurricane.
Yeah.
Butter PFT. That's the thing. George, I have no qualms about you sending Patrick out to fly a kite in a hurricane. That
Wait
is
a minute.
exactly what he should do.
I
I question
just-
you sending Dave out.
You have
Here's
to film it. We need
this
Dave to
is-
film it.
I am realizing we have an opportunity now. Patrick may discover electricity too.
The next wave of electricity.
Yeah. Because no one's done that since Ben Franklin.
Hold on. I'm going to call
The
Patrick
original,
quickly.
the original BFF.
Yeah.
Ben Franklin forever. Because that's what he was and
Yeah.
will always be. He'll never not be Ben Franklin. So
always
he's
be
the
Ben
original
Franklin.
BFF.
He's Ben Franklin forever. And
Yeah.
I think that since no one has done that, since he did, we're in for something special, I think.
Yeah. Oh, what will he discover out there in the hurricane?
6G. Yeah. Do do do.
Yeah. No
That's
answer.
not a good sign, right?
You've reached Patrick Cotter at 860.
Oh no,
You're-
it's
we're
pitch
muted
black.
now.
Is that
So loud.
bad?
Dave!
Yeah.
We can't see you. We can only hear you.
No.
This is, oh no.
Turn the camera on, Dave.
Turn the camera on, Dave.
Oh, the camera's on.
Oh,
Dave, enhance.
This is
I
our
can't tell.
man on the street reporter, Patrick Cotner, flying a kite in a hurricane, but the camera is off.
Dave, do you see an image? Dave, do you see an image?
oh no.
God.
Oh, that is.
You
that
know
was
what?
ominous. That was ominous.
I blame myself because I had this Jurassic Park kite, but I gave him the Baby Yoda one.
George, to be
I don't-
fair, I don't think the problem was the kite.
I don't think it's the kite choice. No.
I'll never forgive myself for giving them the wrong kite. My buddy Steve, I mean, we worked on that together. I helped out as a friend.
The kite? You worked on the kite?
No, on the original effects for Jurassic Park, making the dinos
okay.
look real.
Sure.
And I just worry that I should have sent him out with my buddy's kite. But that would have been more of an act of friendship than to send out the Baby Yoda kite. I hope they come back, and I hope their camera works.
I hope so too. I hope so too. I'm going to turn off.
I tell you what, it sounded like they were having fun.
Yeah. I don't know. Did it? I mean, there was like the sound of heavy rain and a very distant voice, and it was scary. Actually, I think it was scary.
Yeah, I didn't hear fun. I heard a lot of panic in their voice.
Yeah,
hold
I
on.
felt like it was
hold
panicky.
on one moment. I have a phone call I need to make.
Okay.
I wonder who's going to call.
I wonder who he's going to call as well.
This is interesting. Okay.
Hello.
Hey, Nick Wiger.
Yes, that's me.
Hey, it's Watto.
Oh, hi, Watto. Oh, I didn't have your number saved.
No, he's fine. He's fine. So, you remember when you texted, I said, Wags, is there only one one-eyed minion? And you said, no, there's a few, but Stuart, the most well-known one-eye, Phil for one, Carl, but also some of these have shifted. Kevin, I think, had one eye, but got retconned to two. And then you said, none of them have three.
Yes.
George Lucas, retired filmmaker and comedian, actor, self-improviser, podcaster, special thank-ye, archival footage, and music, took umbrage with that.
You took umbrage with it.
With you saying that there were no three-eyed minions.
Well, okay, let's be clear. Is he referring to the Despicable Me canon, or does he have some other definition of minions that he's using?
I think where they're bumping against your statement.
Okay.
Is that you are speaking with such a supreme level of confidence, nay, arrogance, that you know there are no three-eyed minions, when in fact there are none that we know of yet. But what you are saying is, as a scholar of the text of the three canon movies and the one release spin-off, that's what you're going off of. That's the word, and there are no three-eyed minions there.
Well, yeah, and even if you go open it up to say like the Minion Rush app, which is very popular.
Yes.
That's something I'm less familiar with, but my exploration of that doesn't show that there are any one-eyed minions. I mean, three-eyed minions, plenty of one-eyed minions.
Sure.
So I guess this comes down to like what is canon and is what. But I feel like the canon that's established within the lore that exists within the established canon tells us pretty clearly that there are no three-eyed minions. There theoretically could be, I guess.
What about Minion Mayhem, the Universal Studios attraction?
So, I wasn't looking out for three-eyed minions while the times I've.
Watto, tell him I saw one. Tell him I saw one.
But I don't recall seeing any. Maybe there's one tucked away in there.
Tell him I saw one tucked away. I saw one tucked away.
I feel pretty confident that minions have one eye or two eyes.
Wags, I hate to tell you this.
Yes.
Don't shoot the messenger. But the retired filmmaker George Lucas now says that he saw one.
Okay. I think he's maybe.
No, I'm not.
A bit of a fabulist. I think he's maybe fibbing here.
He said he's not, that he went on Minion Mayhem and he saw a three-eyed minion tucked away. I have another follow-up question I have to ask.
Yes.
Because we're streaming right now. We have the live chat going. A user named Vasker313 asked a very provocative question. Because we're talking about three-eye minions.
Yes.
Vasker313 asked, what about the brown eye?
Okay. So,
hold him like that.
I mean, that's a bit of a naughty question, right? That's what's going on there. He's not referring to how like Bob in the Minion spin-off movie, Bob has one brown eye and one eye of a different color. He doesn't mean that. He's talking about a beehole.
Yes, he's talking about the beehole.
Okay. I mean, we've seen butt cracks from Minions, but we haven't seen. By the way, I'm in public. I just want to.
Cool.
I'm running errands
Cool.
right now, so I'm in public while we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
We've seen butt cracks from Minions. We haven't seen holes.
Okay.
And I think it would be odd honestly in any mainstream film for there to be a visible butthole. I just don't think that happens very often, especially in animation.
Paul, do you have any questions for Wiger?
No.
Okay, Paul has no questions.
Okay. Hi, Paul.
Paul.
Hi, Nick.
He says hi.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, thank you for your time. Patrick just came out of the hurricane where he was trying to fly a Grogu kite.
Oh, how about that? I'm glad that worked out.
I don't know if it did, so
Okay.
I hate to hang up, but I think we need to follow up with him now.
Okay.
Bye, Nick.
I think Mr. Lucas is being a little ornery. All due respect, I think he's being a little stubborn regarding the three-eyed minions. But
Watto, tell Mr. Wiger that he can go fuck himself and then hang up immediately.
Okay, Wiger.
Yes.
I apologize in advance for what's about to happen.
Tell him it's from George. It's from George. It's from George.
Still.
This is
Lame.
from George.
Weak.
This is from George.
Weak.
Mr. Wiger.
Oh.
Yes.
This is from George.
Oh.
Okay.
Also say this is from Watto.
Oh no.
Yes. You have to do it.
Mr. Wiger.
You can throw me in if you want.
Throw me in too.
Mr. Wiger.
But you have to say it's from you too, Watto.
The more stuff there is for this, the worse I fear it's going to be.
Mr. Wiger, it pains me to say this, but this is from all of us.
Especially you.
Retired filmmaker George Lucas.
But most especially.
This is from Patrick Cotner. This is from Mr. Paul F. Tompkins.
And most especially,
it's from Watto.
Okay.
You can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, we did it. I guess. Was I part of that?
Patrick, how did the kite flying go? I've seen Jersey Dave. He looks dry as a bone. What happened to you?
Yeah, you fucked up.
First of all, Patrick, is it wet? Is it raining out?
Yeah, George, it's pouring out. It's really raining out.
I
went outside.
Yeah.
It flew. It flew the tiniest bit. No one saw it, but it flew and then immediately got taken down by rain. A man was down there and he said, "What are you guys doing with that kite?" And I said, I kid you not. You remember Ben Franklin? I'm trying to discover electricity too.
Wow.
We said that's what you would say.
And that guy said, "That sounds great, man. Have fun."
Hey, it's a classic New York City moment. The show
Only
is
in New York.
Back, baby.
Only in New York.
Only in New York.
Only in New York.
Can we look at these fucking hashtags?
Yeah, absolutely, Patrick.
Yeah, we've been waiting all night for these.
I hope there's one about you and your kite flying.
If there isn't, you should do it. Final pass.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
And
don't do electricity to electric boogaloo because the chat already did it.
Okay.
Dave
here we
is
go.
also butting in and saying that the man told you that you needed the key.
Yeah, that's true.
I called you to tell you to get the key and you didn't pick up.
Yeah, my phone was up here because I said, I'm going to get really wet. I shouldn't bring up my phone down.
Hey, you know what? Smart. You know what? Jar Jar is the key to all of this.
Jar Jar is the key to all of this.
Wow. Okay, hang on. I'm uploading the new hashtags.
So
here we
Paul,
go.
usually at the beginning of the show when Watto is doing warm-up, I read the hashtags and they are a way that people can spread the word about the show while it's live.
Now, are these hashtags that you provide and then people use?
That's the,
Okay, all right.
the
And when do you
idea.
when do you do this? You do this before the show?
Top of the show.
Usually.
All right, but that didn't happen this time.
Someone didn't
I
do their
forgot.
job.
We were so consumed with doing our trick with the green screen
Yes.
that
Guys are so say.
Guys are so say.
You were so no. You know what I was thinking of? I was thinking of Jurassic Park. That's what I was thinking of. You were so consumed with whether you should do the kite thing.
Yes.
So you,
Mom.
hang on,
My mom
but
drives
in
a
your brain-
fire truck.
In your brain, you thought there was a line in The Usual Suspects where they said,
I was
"You were
crossing
so
it with
consumed Kaiser Sose."
no, I was crossing it with the greatest trick the devil ever pulled.
Right. I
I was crossing it with that.
Here
Okay,
we go.
Patrick.
Yeah, sorry, Paul.
Yeah.
Now,
Paul F. Tompkins. I get that.
right.
Big Boss Nas. I get that.
Yeah.
Dean Crate Dragon.
Great.
Yes. Lando Calrissian Thick. Yes, I get that.
Yeah.
Captain Sullistan Sullenberger. I don't get that.
So Neen Num, famous co-pilot of the Millennium Falcon with Lando, he's a Sulliston, but it's Captain
Oh,
Sully
sure.
Sullenberger.
Okay. I have a question about Lando. After
Yeah,
we're done
sure.
with
Let's
the
talk
hashtag.
about it.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Sure. Go back to the hashtags.
Oh, okay.
Wake up, Ron Bergen, Sifo Diaz. I don't get that.
Sifo Dyas was
Sorry.
the Jedi who ordered the clones in Attack of the Clones. He
Oh
was the
no!
guy-
Why did he have to do it?
Oh, clones.
No, don't
Why
do
did it have to
it.
be clones?
He didn't have to do it. He didn't have to do it.
Pat's flying a kite. I hope he stays dry.
That's it. Those are all of them.
Bad margins at the bottom of that.
Yeah,
Not
I
your
thought there was like
best
a
work.
ton more.
Jesus
Not
Christ,
your
bad
best
margin.
work.
Yeah.
My
Hashtag margin for error.
when are you going to come out of retirement,
And
George?
the-
You
and the
clearly
full-
still
and the-
have it.
And make the 4 an IV like episode 4.
Yeah.
And then put Butterboy in it and have it be margarine.
Margarine for error. Abs.
Right.
Come on,
Yeah.
George. You have to come out of retirement. What are you doing?
Paul, he's only retired from filmmaking. There's
That's
a
what I'm
reason he
saying.
started the talk show because he wanted to be unretired from being funny.
Okay, all right. I just feel like you're
Hilarious.
telling stories with these hashtags.
Yeah.
And we need more stories.
We do. We're running out of them.
Let me ask you this. Speaking of stories,
Yeah.
Lando Calrissian is one of, if not the only, mustache wearer in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
Why are there not more mustaches in Star Wars?
That's a good question.
There's
Great
precious few
question.
beards.
Hey, look at that.
Real
Mr.
check.
Peanut Butter Boy. Mr. Peanut Butter Boy.
Mr. Peanut Butter Boy, that is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah.
There's
Dooku has
one-
a beard. Dooku has a beard.
Dooku has a beard. Qui-Gon Jinn has a beard.
Yes.
There's one
Obi-Wan.
X-Wing fighter. There's one X-Wing fighter in Rogue One who has a mustache.
Doesn't
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. General Madine
big step
in
one.
Return of the Jedi has a beard because they started making the action figure before filming, and they made it with a beard, so they made the actor put on a fake beard.
Wow.
What about General Dandodana?
Oh, sure.
General who?
Yavin 4.
General Dandodana.
That's the name? Dandadana?
Dandodana, that fan art.
You'll know this guy, Paul. He's got a big white beard.
Yeah. What about Mr. Biggs?
Oh, there we go.
Biggs!
Is that how you would greet him on the set?
Mr. Biggs!
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, that
You
guy.
know-
Sure. Waking the divine. Absolutely.
I've never been angrier because we didn't feature Biggs as much as he was in the original pre-release rough cut of episode 4.
It was released though.
I've never been,
No,
but not
this
with
was the
all the
pre.
big stuff. Not with all the big stuff.
No, but it
There's a
was
little bit
released
of
in
it.
movie. It was released in movie theaters. It famously played for a year at my local
Not
movie.
the Biggs cut. Not the
Biggs
Biggs cut.
Yeah. Don't try to Biggs time me. Don't try to
Mr. Biggs cut. Who
Don't
do
try
you
to-
think you
you're trying
are?
to Biggs flip.
Where do we think you are? Because you're not in this cut.
Okay, Patrick, go back out and fly that fucking kite. Leave the
Hey.
comedy to the rest
Hey,
of us.
Patrick, come back in for a second.
Yeah, George, I'm here. I didn't
Can
go
you
in.
come here? Can you come here into this room for a second? Into my room? In my career, obviously people are influenced by different things, and sometimes you're honored. Never have I been angrier than when the television series Sex and the City stole Biggs for that character. Here, why don't you try this Jurassic Park kite?
But George, did you check and see? Did you check and see if you were thanked in the credits?
Try to fly it in that room. Try to fly it in that room.
Why don't I just
I'm
go
going
fuck
to look.
myself?
No, I'm going to look it up, Paul. I heard what you said. I'm going to look it up.
Thank you. And please keep Patrick's empty screen there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think it might have been a problem with the phone I gave you. You use your phone because mine wasn't working. Yeah. All right.
And Patrick, don't forget the key this time.
Yes, the key.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to someplace with really good lighting. I think it was a lighting issue.
Yeah, maybe even lightning. If you get close to the lightning, that will light it.
That would be great if it's darkness and we just see the lightning hitting the kite.
Yes, very dramatic.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Very dramatic. Did you ever see Tucker, the Man in His Dream?
I've never seen it. I've always been curious about it.
It's very dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
there lightning in it?
No. But
I mean, there's a lightning in a bottle performance from Jeff Bridges.
That's right.
He's so great.
And Martin Landau lightning in a bottle.
Mako.
Look.
The great Japanese actor Mako.
There's me with Francis on the set of Tucker.
Oh, Francis came by.
Well, no, it was his movie. I was his boss.
Yes. George came
by. You came by.
He wanted to make that movie really artsy, and I said, no, make it like Capra. Make it like a classic Hollywood tale.
Mm-hmm.
I streamlined it. And I said, I'm the boss of you now.
And how did it do at the box office?
Not great. But it got Landau an Academy Award nomination.
True.
Paul, I'm looking here in, what was it? 8 seasons?
Right.
Of Sex in the City?
Mm-hmm.
94 episodes?
A
across 6 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
They only thanked one person.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. They thanked one and only one person. They thanked, it's in one episode. Hold on here, I had it.
They thanked Robert Moses for all he did for that city.
They thanked Judy Toll, who was a late great actor who died too soon and was on. She was a writer as well. She was an actress and a writer, and she wrote one episode of Sex in the City, and she got this special thanks on that episode as well.
Wow. But that's it. That's the only special thanks. So George, they did not thank you for the concept of Biggs.
No thanks.
But don't you think if they only had one Big on the show, it's not the same thing? If they had 2 guys named Big and they were Biggs.
This is a great point. If there was you met Mr. Big's brother, it was the Biggs brothers.
I tell you, that's the only thing that stopped me from losing my shit.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I waited through that whole series and 2 movies, and I'm still on edge with this new reboot that they're doing.
Right.
That they're going to make up for the lack of Samantha by adding in that second Big, making it Biggs. It's all been leading up to this.
I mean, do you think that's what they're going to do?
Well,
I feel like that's unlikely.
I think it's likely.
How likely?
You think it's likely?
Yeah. I think it's likely. I'd put money on it.
Yeah. Let's make this real. Let's make this a real wager, Watto.
Yeah.
You and Paul, how much money are you willing to put on there being a second Big added into Sex and the City?
I don't like to gamble money. Can I put some slaves on it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a good old fashioned Mitt Romney bet, $10,000.
Oh, is that the classic Mitt number?
Yeah, that's what he bet when he was running. I think in the primaries against McCain. Maybe he's like, want to make a $10,000 bet? It was in one of the debates.
Yeah, I want to suggest something to you, Watto.
Yeah.
What if we bet? Because he's not here. What if we bet Patrick that if this doesn't happen, if you lose the bet, if there's only one Big in the Sex and the City reboot, Patrick has to produce a project for Paul.
Great.
Oh wait! Oh my God! Wow, there he is.
Okay, he's going out.
Jurassic Park Kite.
Who's that person?
Somebody. I think that's the guy who said "Have fun."
This is so good.
There seems to be 0 wind. He throws it up in the air.
Run!
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 Gotta run.
That scaffolding's not going to help.
No, it
The problem is with every second, the kite is getting wetter, and that's only going to weigh down. Why is he going under the scaffolding? It's keeping him drier, but it's not going to help with the kite flying.
It's not going to help.
It's a wet kite now.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, it's broken.
No. It can still work. It can still work. Yeah.
Oh, he's fucking going for it.
He's
Oh,
doing it.
God
He's
love
doing
him.
it.
God love him. I think it's just on the ground, isn't it? Is he dragging it? I can't see if it's where it is.
Nature found a way. Oh. So good.
Okay. Oh, he found it. Okay. It got stuck under.
On a mailbox. Great job, Patrick. Great job.
Great job, Patrick.
Keep the camera on and through the elevator. I want to see if let's
Yeah.
watch this elevator ride.
Yeah, I want to watch the elevator.
Ooh, hold on.
Oh, this is like the post-game, interview.
I'm gonna go greet him at the elevator.
Oh, that's nice.
If someone lets me in second unit.
Okay, he's losing reception in the elevator.
Oh, sure, that makes sense. Yeah, of course.
So let's go full screen on George, second
wait.
unit. Can we do split screen? Can we do Dave and George second unit, Paul and I on this side? Can we do that?
Probably impossible.
No.
Clean up your garbage.
Talk about only in New York. Am I
I
right?
know, right? Yeah. I like we got the Dave angle of George doing this second unit. Okay, let me know when everyone's seated because I have some big news.
Well, you're gonna do the noise, right? When
I
it's time?
am.
Okay.
I am. Let me lubricate. Okay. George, Patrick, let me know when you are seated. Do you both feel ready for the news?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Now, just is Jersey Dave listening as well?
Dave, are you listening? Dave gives a thumbs up.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Keep that angle, though. We need that angle.
Here is the news. Nick Wiger texts 3 minutes ago. Is it possible Mr. Lucas has conflated two different rides in his memory and is misremembering the Toy Story aliens on Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters as three-eyed minions from Minion Mayhem?
Text back. Is it possible that Nick Wiger is misremembering getting a mustache ride from Biggs Darklighter?
Wow, that is savage. That's savage, George.
Look how quick I came up with it. Lightning fast. We didn't get any lightning in the kite segment, but we just got it right now.
Can we get
Not
Dave's
the
angle full
retired
screen?
joke writer. Yeah, let's go to full screen.
There we go. Great. Good.
Can you zoom in?
You have not met a very important character on the George Lucas talk show, Paul.
Is that John Belushi as one of the Mexican killer bees?
That's Belushi B.
Belushi B. There we go. Okay.
He's very shy, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
He's very shy. He doesn't like to talk.
Does Belushi B have anything to say to Paul, George?
What's that? Hold on. Yeah, I'll ask him. Paul.
Yeah.
Belushi B wants to know what kind of music you like.
I like all kinds of music.
Can you name specific genres?
I like pop music.
Okay.
I like I like a little jazz. I like some country. I like hip hop.
What else?
speed metal, acid rock.
Paul, think about who you're talking to, Paul.
Oh, the blues. Oh, he really perked up when I said that.
He did.
Buzz.
He's freaking out.
He's going ape shit because I mentioned the blues.
He is
Can't
wild.
stop buzzing over this news.
Thanks, Paul.
Sure, you got it. You got it.
Hey, do you want to see the whole studio, Paul?
Absolutely, I do.
Hold on. Come on, take my tour. I can't hear you now.
Okay, George can't hear me. The thing about when he was talking about like retconning the minions and giving them two eyes and everything, it's like he did that with his movies, and it really bums me out. Like, why couldn't he? Like, well, they were great, and it's like, why can't you just leave it alone? Like, just because you have the ability to do that, it doesn't mean you should do that. You know, like we were talking about before. You know, you were so consumed with the idea that you could do it, you didn't know if you should.
Mm-hmm.
Does that ever come up on the show? Like, do you guys talk to him about it? Or?
A lot. We have to constantly kind of weave around those traffic cones, you know.
Because I don't want to insult him. You know what I mean? It's like obviously he felt like he needed to do that, and he's happy that he did it. But I don't know.
But I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes George is a little too big for his britches, and it's not an insult; it's like a critique. And sometimes it's good for him to hear these kind of things.
But what's the point now? You know what I mean? What's done is done, and you know.
But maybe it's not. But maybe it's not done. Maybe he'll.
Oh no! Did he hear us?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, he's just looking in the fridge. Yeah, I think that it is possible. I guess he could like put out the original cuts of those movies, and you know, because a couple of years ago I watched all of them. I hadn't seen them in so long. And I had never seen that weird like CGI what's his name? Fucking Jabba, and that weird scene. And I hadn't seen Han shoot Greedo shoot first and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, what a studio. It's amazing. It's
Great.
This is fun.
We should say we're here in Diverge Studios. Wanted to get their name because they've been very nice and helpful to us.
Hey, Patrick.
Hey, George.
Is that the original Baby Yoda?
This one? Yeah, that's the original Baby Yoda.
Look at his bottom.
What?
No.
How does he do it?
How does he do that?
How does he do it?
Genuinely, I'm kind of mad about this.
Me too. I'm furious.
You got to respect it. It's incredible.
I guess.
We were all
you gotta
here. I mean, like, how did that happen? It's.
To be fair, I was outside a lot.
But he was sitting there the whole time while you were outside.
That's true.
That's the prestige. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you think there's a bunch of Georges in tanks like little Snokes? You think he's like a little Snoke in a tank? Remember that?
I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know where he's going.
Where's he going now? He's closing the door.
Oh, but he could bring back those original cuts, right? He could do that
yes!
if he wanted to.
Talk to him about it. You need to talk to him.
He's not going to listen to me. I just
know,
safety first. He's getting a lot. That's a lot.
A lot. It's
That's too much. It's going to take the skin off your hands.
Maybe George, put it on your legs, George.
He's throwing some on the floor.
It's a big fuck you to the studio.
Oh, that's a lot. That's too much, George.
That's too much, George.
He's gonna make me pick it up.
Oh, like a surgeon that scrubbed up. He's like, he's doing the responsible thing. He's doing the responsible thing.
It was too much.
Yeah, it was too much. He force grabbed a trash can. That's exciting. Oh, and then back, so keeping sterile. Absolutely. Although he did just touch the ground with the paper towels, so it's sort of he should have. Now he can't. Okay? Oh, now
he's got to do it again. Now
he's gonna get more. He's gonna get more. There he goes. Gotta get more. Oh my God!
This is the part of the show where I want to encourage people to get vaccinated. If you haven't gotten the vaccine yet, and you can get the vaccine, you need to do it because it's the responsible thing to do. And maybe you've heard some misinformation. There's something you're worried about. Talk to a real doctor, see what they say. That's one thing you could do. It's good for you. It's good for your neighbors. Also, even think, oh, I'll be okay. If I get it, I'll be fine. Think about what it'll be like when so many people have it that your hospitals are completely full and nothing else that goes wrong. You don't want to break your fucking hospitals, do you? You don't want to be a hospital breaker. Get the vaccine.
Wow.
Well,
Dang. I mean, there you have it.
Serious on the show.
There you have it.
And that's what the studio is like. That's Skywalker Studios, New York City.
It's beautiful. Thank you for that tour, George.
Actually, can I say where it really is?
Yeah, I already did.
Okay, I couldn't hear all that, Patrick. Have some empathy.
Hey, George, can I?
Yeah.
I just want to say, just throw this out there.
Yeah.
Would you ever consider releasing the original theatrical cuts of the?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a toilet that can flush a full 35 millimeter print of a film? That's been my only drawback. If you can present me with a toilet that can take a full 35 millimeter print, an original negative, I'll let you flush the flusher.
Okay.
I'd love to release it into the sewer system of your choice.
Paul, when we used to do this show live in front of an audience, George had the promise that if anyone brought an original VHS copy of A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, or Return of the Jedi, the work prints, that he would destroy them live on stage, and he did. He always did. He would take a hammer, a crowbar, we would destroy them.
Would you ever vet to make sure they were the original?
Well, when we were ripping up the VHS, we'd look at it. We'd
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Patrick, I want to show if you can bring up two images. The image where we had the entire. Oh, that's Meredith Vieira breaking a copy with me on stage.
Oh, sure.
Very excited. And also show when we had spread throughout the whole theater, everyone had completely destroyed a single VHS copy. I don't know if that's accessible.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that one.
Oh, those are the days when you could get together with a theater full of people and destroy
art,
outdated versions of embryonic versions of works of art that have been perfected and are made widely available. Yeah,
Paul, are you sad?
Excuse me.
There's more news?
I texted Nick Wiger. Is it possible that Nick Wiger is misremembering getting a mustache ride from Biggs Darklighter? And Nick Wiger responded, Jesus Christ. A man I've spent my adult life defending.
Biggs Darklighter?
Tell him I think he has. I tell him he's talking to George Lucas, not Marty Scorsese. All right, he's thinking of the wrong fictional movie character.
Wait, what?
Jesus Christ.
No, the implication, he was saying Jesus Christ as like...
He says he spent his entire adult life defending Jesus
Christ, yeah.
No,
read it back. Read it back. Maybe I misheard, but read back exactly what he said.
They're on separate lines, okay?
Yeah, it's
Jesus
Christ. It's the two sets of footprints. He's carrying him.
He's saying Jesus Christ, like that's the knee-jerk reaction. And now that he's composed himself, the second thought is, I can't believe this is coming from George Lucas,
although
a man
without,
I've spent my entire life defending.
Without the proper punctuation, we'll never be sure.
I'm sure exactly what he's saying. And I'll tell you this. The second one is just the second part of a series. No one went to Empire Strikes Back and said, this is the beginning of a brand new story. Nothing of this has anything to do with the previous movie with these characters. Nick Wiger has spent his entire adult life defending Jesus Christ.
Wow.
What does your hat say, Patrick?
Oh, my hat. I wanted to show this off. It says pretend it's an Arliss.
It's an Arliss, okay.
Yeah. Do you understand that, Paul?
Yeah, it's like you're watching a TV show and you're not enjoying it and you pretend it's an Arliss and then you're having fun.
That's so amazingly accurate.
What else could it mean?
No,
what else? There's nothing else that it could mean.
It's perfect. That's perfect, Paul. Did people used to call you? Did people ever call you Paul Perfect?
No,
Well,
I don't think I'm perfect, George. I'm trying, but you know.
Well, let me say
doing what I
this,
can.
and if it were down to me and someone said, "Hey, we're George, we're gonna work on a special edition of Paul F. Tompkins.
Mm-hmm.
Will you help us?" I'd say absolutely not. He's already special. He doesn't need it. Yeah.
Is anyone else hearing the echo?
Echo?
Echo.
I was hearing an echo.
Echo?
For
No?
a second, maybe.
No?
Hey,
No.
someone suggested something very good in the chat.
I don't know where that lives anymore, Wada.
It doesn't live online anymore?
Someone made a new site and I don't know where that is.
Oh no.
We can just do it manually if you want.
Oh, the old-fashioned way?
Arliss.us is what someone said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a website where you
Yeah,
can
it's up
get an Arliss name.
We should explain to Paul that this show, one of the early things on this show was that we watched a full season of Arliss each week.
I heard about
charity. For
I heard
charity.
about that.
And our friend Bobby Wool would come in at the end of every marathon and talk to us.
A good
Very,
friend.
and was very
Bobby.
kind to us.
Yeah. So do you want to explain what Arliss.us is?
Well, it used to be Arliss.me, but it's not me, it's us.
Yeah.
And the idea was we wanted to reward people who donated money, so we would give them an Arliss name. And we used to have to do this by hand. But now the website has been built. This is a public
This is
resource.
digital technology.
So, Paul, your name is Paul F. Tompkins, correct?
True.
Would you rather keep the F as the initial or spell out the middle name? For the sake of this experiment.
Yeah, let's go Francis. Yeah.
Okay. Gives us more room to play with.
Exactly. Exactly. More cushion for the push.
And also, I want to say, 2 of those names ending with S's, you're about to get a special treat.
Yeah.
You're going to have a really good treat. Okay,
wise
Paul,
choice.
I have 2 questions for you. This is a little bit of like a mini Myers-Briggs test.
Sure.
Question 1. How business are you on a scale from 1 to 4?
Scale of 1 to 4?
How business are you?
4.
Wow.
Okay. Second question, Wada.
On a scale from 1 to 4, how sports are you?
2.
All right.
Wow.
You want to copy and paste that?
Well, wait a second. There's one final question. There's a bonus question. We don't do this for everyone, Paul.
Rarely. We rarely do this.
We rarely do this. Would you dare see what happened if we made it more or less? And there's a note at the bottom that says more or less should only be used in extreme circumstances.
Paul, I want to make sure that you understand what's going to happen to your name. It's already
different. It's going to be changed forever.
It's already fairly Arliss as is. You're sure you want more?
I want to see if that copyright symbol turns into a sense sign. So I'm willing to go more Arliss.
All right. There we go.
I say yes. I give my verbal consent.
Yes, with $2 signs. Okay, here we go. Wow.
Hey, look, it happened.
Okay, so
look at that.
Basically, what happens is
we have done over 331 hours of this show, and no one has ever called their own shot like that with the Arliss names. Oh, I'm stunned.
It really did. It changed the C.
It changed the C. Yes, perfect. It changed the C. No
Yes.
longer a copyright sign.
Yes.
And although I will say what's baffling about that is a copyright is worth in most cases a lot of money.
Absolutely.
But cents are an insignificant amount of money.
No, you have to look up how to make that symbol on a keyboard if you want to use it in something because it's just not around anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow,
me.
that was a real ride. Thanks, guys.
Wow, we did it.
Can't be more news.
In your mind, what is that you're doing?
It's a news bulletin.
Right. But it sort of takes on a melody, which I think in the old days the news bulletins did not have. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, times have changed. People expect a little melody from their news bulletin now.
Little
I
pep
guess.
in the step. Lucas, Jesus Christ was an expression of exasperation.
Wow.
Wow, that's what you have to say about the Son of God?
Dang, you got him again.
I
Got
feel
him
bad.
again.
The fundamentalists are going to come after him so hard.
Yeah.
That quote, Jesus Christ was an exasperation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is his,
Yeah.
this is his "we're bigger than Jesus" moment. This is his John
Wow.
Lennon moment. Yeah, he's in
The
trouble.
Doughboys, guys, tweet it out. The Doughboys are bigger than Jesus.
What? Finish his thought. It was an expression of exasperation. Was there more to it?
No, that was the full message.
So in his telling of the Gospels of the New Testament, great story.
Great story. The greatest story ever told.
Greatest story ever told. I think Star Wars is pretty good. I don't see the story of the crucifixion being streamed on Disney Plus. You know what I'm saying? And quite frankly, I know that Baby Jesus sells a lot, but who's more excited to get one of these nowadays? Like,
Is that the original Baby Yoda?
No, this one is.
yeah. This one is the only one that doesn't have GL written. Actually, this is the one I stole from Wada, so it hasn't been vandalized. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good story. It's a popular story. But Nick Wiger thinks that God sent his only son as an expression of his exasperation. It's actually an interesting take on it. I'll give him that. And it's like God was so frustrated that he's like, you know what,
George?
What?
I think that's actually true. That is a valid interpretation. Right? Yeah. God was so frustrated with
He's
mankind.
Like, I'm so frustrated. You know what? I'm going to send my kid down there. Let's see if that, I don't know, changes something.
I feel like what Wiger was trying to say is that he said Jesus Christ as an expression of his own exasperation, and then followed it up with this from a man I've been defending all my life in reference to you.
Well, I don't know what his belief system is, but there are some who would say that blasphemy is the only unforgivable sin.
Who would say that?
I don't know. The same people are going to be furious with him for his blasphemy. Every other sin's forgivable in that doctrine. Not
Every
blasphemy.
other sin is forgivable.
Not blasphemy.
This is a doctrine. This is a doctrine that you are sort of creating right now. You're saying
no. That's Christianity.
That blasphemy is the worst sin?
I mean, let's Google it. What's the unforgivable sin?
Great idea.
Somebody Google it.
What?
I'll Google it. Hang on. What is the unforgivable? Whoa, hang on. Hang on. George, what? Guys, I got big news. For everybody.
Do the noise, Patrick.
Do the noise.
What is the unpardonable, unforgivable sin? Blasphemy of the
Holy Spirit.
Bad news, Nick Wiger. You blew it.
What, George? What did you just do with your arm?
Yeah, what happened there?
Bad news, Nick Wiger. You blew it.
You blew it, Nick.
You blew it, Nick Wiger. Here, let me see. I haven't set up my Siri. Hold on.
Dude, by all means, do it now.
Siri, how do I set up Siri?
I'll say this. George got an iPhone today. He showed me an iPhone.
Wow.
He showed me an iPhone today. But I want to put
Hey,
a
Siri.
gigantic caveat on this. It is not
Hey,
set
Siri,
up
send a
as a
message.
phone. He's only using it for the
Hey Siri,
camera.
send a message. Hey Siri, how's the weather today? I'm setting up right now. Hey Siri, how's the weather today?
How's the weather today? Yeah.
Hey Siri, set a timer for 3 minutes. Hey Siri, play some music. Hold on. Siri's ready. Okay.
Those are the three things that you have to do in order to activate Siri.
I guess so. All right.
How's the
All right.
weather today? Play some music. Set a time for
Hey
3
Siri.
minutes.
Hey
Now
Siri.
you're live.
Hey Siri, what is the unforgivable sin?
In Christian hamartiology, eternal sins, unforgivable sins, unpardonable sins, or ultimate
Oh,
sins are
bullshit, Siri. I don't want to hear the whole phone book.
Do you want me to complete?
No, Siri, stop talking. I never want to hear from you again.
You know that's permanent. If you say that to Siri, you will never be able to access Siri again.
It's
Why
fine,
would
Paul.
you do that?
It's fine, Paul. I have plenty of friends. If I want to be talked to like that, I'll call up fucking Brian De Palma. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, you know? Yeah, I get it. Okay, Brian. Okay. Bye, Brian.
Patrick, I just posted something in the private chat that I think we should play. We should give it a spin.
Sure. Hang on one sec, Lana. I will get it up.
Okay.
George, is Siri working?
Yeah, but I got tired of it.
Already?
That was really fast.
I wanted a one-word answer, and it just started explaining to me the history of it.
Okay, here we go.
You down with OPP?
Yeah, you know me.
Thank you.
Great question. All right, Ezekiel. Well, it's great talking to you.
Thanks.
Great talking with you. Always glad to have visitors here at the Lighthouse.
Make him full screen for that. No, make him full screen for that.
A lot of times he says things that he shouldn't ought, but now it's time for Waddle's big thoughts. You are.
Now that was about 3 different things all happening at the same time.
Yeah.
We said that you had freeze framed with Ezekiel in a pose that looked like end credits should play under it.
Right.
Then later you did a theme song for Watto's Big Thoughts.
Right.
That we said would play over the footage of Watto doing the Beetlejuice at Showtime pose.
Well, I don't think we determined that's what the pose is called, but okay.
He's
And
not
then
wrong.
those 3
He's
things
not wrong,
were-
but nobody ever said that.
Right. And then those 3 things were put together with, of course, the vanity
The
card.
vanity card at the end, yeah.
Of
Of it's
and
just so
3-year-old
funny productions. Yeah.
3-year-old Patrick. Yeah. Wow. Thank you, Alice.
Yeah, I've had enough of this shit.
Thanks, Alice.
He's a man of his word. George, don't destroy the Baby Yoda kite. We're already down 1 kite. Do not kill this kite. George, don't make the kite into a mask. Do not turn the kite into a puppet. George, did you cut eye holes in the kite? And you're making a mouth hole now so you can puppeteer the kite with your face? George, why are you ruining this kite? It's the only kite we have. Why are you sticking your tongue through the kite?
Oh, this is rich.
This is Rich!
Rich Sommer, our old friend.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Rich.
Welcome back to the show, Rich.
Thanks for having me. I just wanted to come and say how excited I am that you're back.
Well, we're very happy to see you.
I'm very happy to see you as well.
Wow, sights for sore eyes.
We got a stacked show. Rich, do you know everyone who we had on the show tonight?
Well, I knew that. I know you had Paul F. Tompkins.
Correct.
Yes. That's everyone that I know of.
Patton Oswalt.
Oh, is that true? Yeah, Patton Oswalt.
Wyatt
Okay.
Cenac.
Wow.
Bob Odenkirk. His first TV appearance since his heart attack.
Wait a minute.
I'm not joking.
This all happened tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. The people are excited to have you back.
Bob did very funny comedy jokes on it.
He did some great comedy tonight on this show.
I'm a fan of comedy myself.
Yeah.
Whoa, really?
Wow.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
You know what? Whoa.
Who are your guys? Who are your guys?
I shouldn't have said that.
Who are your guys?
What I meant is I am I'm someone who's been known to casually enjoy comedy.
Okay, but who are your guys?
Who are your guys, Rich?
Oh, shit. Who are my guys?
They don't have to be men, Christopher Hitchens.
See, this is going to be a problem.
Rich, have you locked the gates, Rich?
Have I locked the gates?
Have you locked the gates?
Chum.
Which gates?
Boomer
Am I
Liz.
gatekeeper?
Bill and Melinda.
What's wrong with me?
What the fuckers? What the fuck nots? Have you been on WTF, Rich?
Rich, you been on WTF?
I've not been on WTF.
Why not? Why the fuck not?
Why the fuck not?
I have. I will say the first time that I remember meeting Mark Maron, I had seen him live a couple of times. So we'd been in the same room, but the first time that we met was we were both on the Soup back when the Soup was on.
Needy.
I ate soup tonight.
Wow, we're talking
exactly.
We're talking Soup.
And he said we were talking. He said, "Oh, you should come on my show." Now I immediately in that moment discerned that this is something he says to more people. Sure. I used to have that exact spoon, George.
Well, when the subject of soup comes up, the Donald spoon wants to listen in.
You got to pull out a spoon. Anyway, he said you should come on. I should have you as a guest on my show. And I knew in that moment this is something that he says to a lot of people that with whom he does not follow up with a genuine invitation, because that wouldn't have made any sense. Yes.
Now let's acknowledge that happens, but then years later, you are both on the same Netflix series, Glow. You later become co-stars.
Yeah, I mean, technically, we were both on that same show. I don't think we shared. Maybe we shared one scene when my character went to a wrestling match. We were in the same thing, but that's the most I can think of.
Is it time to cash in that promise?
Can we get him? Can we get him on the horn and see what he's up for? I mean, if you've got
the night
Odenkirk, Oswalt, Tompkins, you've had a stacked lineup.
Rich, is there would you object to a grassroots campaign? If the people make their voices heard.
I might object to it.
Yeah,
Fair
enough.
I don't.
If you object,
I don't
you should say it clearly. You should say, "I object to this grassroots campaign."
I just don't think I'm the right fit for that show. I think President Barack Obama was on that show, and I just don't think I'm in that.
Right.
Yeah, but he wasn't. He was a bad guess. He didn't even know who his guys were. Rich, what if we made he couldn't answer?
Yeah, neither could I. That's my point.
FDR, Truman, Rich. What if we made the hashtag for the campaign? We want summer this fall. But you spell fall FOLL.
And as a companion hashtag, how about get rich quick?
Because summer.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't understand.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We want summer this fall.
No, I got it. Thank you. Okay.
Hashtag get rich quick.
Okay. Yeah,
2 hashtags. And then the third hashtag will be 2 hashtags are better than 1.
That's the third hashtag.
I like a self-referential hashtag that refers to the previous 2.
And then the fourth hashtag is third hashtag's the charm.
Hang on. I want to say this. People can tweet these hashtags, just don't tweet them at WTF or Mark.
Yeah,
Right.
That's what
Listen, people can do whatever they want. I'm just saying I would. I'm saying, hold on. I'm saying I would prefer they not, but they get to do whatever they want. If I've learned one thing in the last year, it's that I get to do. I have my liberties. I have my freedom, and I can do whatever I want, and they can do whatever they want. I'm not going to.
Oh no.
I'm real nervous about this.
Did you
That
take
took a
him off
turn.
You took him.
I
off
booted him for a second just so we could, because he can't hear us. He can't hear us.
It's
right
been more than a second.
Okay, I'll bring him back. I'm just nervous.
Bring him back.
Oh, hey, I don't know what happened. The thing went black for a
I think
second.
Wi-Fi in Diverge, maybe. I'm
Oh.
not sure.
Okay.
Rich, your room looks different. What's going on?
Does it look different?
Yeah.
What's all that stuff in the background?
Is that a blanket fort? What are we talking here?
Yeah, it's a. I don't want to get.
Is that like some of those fancy chocolate covered cherries?
That is not mine.
Oh,
whose is
it's
that?
your kid. So it's your kids.
Nor does it belong to my children.
Your wife?
Your spouse?
Yeah, who is staying?
Is John Slattery staying over?
It does not belong to me, my children, my wife, or John Slattery.
Hashtag Slattery sleepover?
Well, wait a second. It doesn't belong to your kids, your wife, or John Slattery. That's everyone. Who could be left?
Hashtag Silver Fox in the hen house?
It doesn't. This is. I should have put up a cool, like a library background or something like a. Books.
What's going on, Rich? What's going on, Rich?
Okay. Nothing. I. It's going away soon.
What does that mean?
It's. I can tell you what it is. It is an elliptical machine.
Okay.
And he's going away?
It's not my.
Rich, what aren't you telling us?
Listen, I believe that you guys know that it's not just my family who uses this room from time to time.
Rich, this is a long buildup.
I'm not trying to build anything up.
Better be
I'm
worth
actually,
it.
I'd rather not
Better be
even,
worth it.
if you're happy to move on, I'd rather get to talking about anything.
We're fine. We're fine.
right.
It
No,
just has
wait,
to be
hang on.
acknowledged. The last time I
Watto.
experienced this long a halftime walk, Billy Lynn was the one doing it.
Wado, he wants to talk about anything. Let's go back to WTF. So, anyways, what would you?
Oh God.
No, tell us what you want to talk about. What's going on? Because this feels like it's weighing on your mind. We haven't seen you in a while.
Nothing's weighing on my mind. How are you guys? How's everything been?
No.
From who are you guys to how are you guys?
The Rick Sommer story.
Let's get a book cover for that. Let's get some jacket art from that.
Don't say jacket art, George. That sounds gross.
Jacket art is the term in the publishing industry. I won't be inaccurate.
Yeah, you sound gross, Patrick.
Yeah.
Hey, did I tell you guys I got Invisalign?
No.
Prove it.
Show us. Show us your teeth. Whoa!
Yeah!
Hold on, I got one on the bottom too. Hold on.
Whoa! Wow.
Yeah,
Can you take them both out at the same time?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see.
Hey, Rick.
There you go.
Whoa!
Wow.
Now, Rich, tonight so far has not been a charity marathon, but we do want to know how much you'd be willing to auction those off for.
Well, I have to change them every. Oh, hold on, they're not. There we go. They weren't seated correctly. I have to change them every 2 weeks. So, how much would I auction these off for in a week when I have to put in the new ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the charity?
The planetscum.live.
Oh, $1 billion. You got to give me a good charity. You got to give me a good charity that I can.
Okay, give us what's your favorite charity?
Oh God.
And make it a good one.
Well, I brought up earlier. I have felt this last year that our freedoms have been tested. And
yeah, for COVID.
What does that mean?
Because you got to get COVID test to see if you have it.
Tested for COVID.
Oh, I see. I see. You were using. Well, I haven't done any of those, but
The swab up the nose.
I haven't done any of those.
I know you have because you've worked in film and television in the past year, and they.
Well, let me ask you this: have you ever heard of someone like getting? This isn't public, is it?
Yes, it's
What are you
live.
talking
It's live.
Sorry, Patrick. What are you so pissed off about, dude? I was just going to ask a question.
Wow.
I was just
What am
asking a
I
question,
pissed off
dude.
about?
What I was going to ask is, have you ever heard of people getting like clean piss?
Yes.
Oh, you've been getting swapping out the swabs.
I've sidestepped the swab. Does that make sense?
Swapping he's swapping the swabs.
I'm sidestepping the swab.
It's like you can't sidestep the swab.
Wait, how do you? So you put the clean piss up your nose so the swab gets
No,
the piss?
no. I was using that as an example. I was using that as sort of like.
Talk to us straight. Give us the real story. What's going on?
Talk to us straight. Yeah, tell us who's staying in that tent.
Rich. What did the Jedi dentist say to Luke Skywalker?
What?
Use the floss, Luke.
He did?
Yeah, of course. It's the most logical advice.
Why did he say it like that? It doesn't. I guess it's just a regular dentist, and that happened to be.
No, he's a Jedi.
Right, but all dentists say use floss.
Not all. Hashtag not all dentists.
Most.
Hey, Rich,
yeah,
what did the Jedi dentist say to Yoda?
What's that?
May the floss be with you.
Oh my God, Watto. That's funny.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Rich, what program do Jedi use to open PDF files?
I don't know.
Adobe One Kenobi.
Take Patrick off this stream.
Hey,
Take
Rich,
him off this stream.
Rich.
This is not
Yeah,
what he's
George.
here
Yeah,
for.
it's not what
Yeah, George.
this show's about. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
Not that kind of show.
We do dental jokes, but not Adobe jokes. That's just a
Right.
corporation. It's not.
They didn't pay us for that.
Yeah, it's not
Right.
universally relatable the way dental hygiene is.
I feel a little bit bad. I was kind of being. I was trying to be silly about the sidestepping the swab thing. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what kind of
This shit is everywhere.
Who are you so angry
What are
at?
you saying, Rich?
I'm sorry. Anyway, I was trying to be funny with the whole liberties thing and the
Right.
COVID thing. Obviously, I've been taking a lot of tests. I got the
Yeah.
vaccine. And et
No,
cetera.
we know, Rich. You're responsible and you're
It's a dumb.
cautious.
It was a dumb joke.
It was a dumb joke, and it's fine. It's not joking.
It wasn't even really. But the other thing is, it wasn't even a joke. It was like I was just trying to be funny, but it wasn't funny. So it's
fine.
okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
You forgot that it wasn't joke week.
So let's
But we-
think about who Rich's guys could be. They're people who try to be funny but aren't funny.
I have a lot of. There are a lot of those.
Patrick, I don't think we have enough time.
Yeah, it's too long a list.
It's,
Rich, I have to ask.
Yeah, what up?
Who is it who is grinding your gears so much that they made you use Jesus Christ as an expression of exasperation?
I would prefer that when people use this room, they put things away the way I had them when they're done.
But if you're not misusing the room, and your kids aren't misusing the room,
That's
and
right.
your wife isn't misusing the room, and
That's right.
Silver Fox John Slattery isn't
Yeah.
misusing the room.
Rich, we're gonna regrettably, we're gonna pull a page out of Senator Joe McCarthy's book, and we're gonna ask you to name names.
Name names.
All right. Well, I have someone who's been staying here who's just been kind of.
Rich, this is not a hard reboot of the show. People have seen this before. You're acting like we're having to reintroduce the whole universe of the show.
Well, I figured there were a lot of new viewers.
No, it's the same 200 people who've been sad since April.
Okay, well, it's fucking Stephen Charleston. Good.
Whoa! Rich, is Steven there?
Go get him.
He's
Go get him.
here.
Go get
Go
him.
get him.
George,
Why-
I don't know if
I don't know why we're.
What were you gonna say?
no.
No,
Rich, go get him.
Oh,
I still
No, I
remember-
just thought George. I thought you were gonna say something right when I was getting up. I
I don't
heard
know
you say
why
something, and I wanted to make sure I heard
Rich is such a nice. I was gonna say Rich is such a nice guy. I don't know why he'd want to come on the show and act like he's less nice than he actually is. You're so nice and smart. You're a kind person.
That's fair.
And a hunk. You're a hunk,
I've not
Rich.
been playing to the top of my intelligence. What?
No, but you're so. Yeah,
No, I
what,
get
what, it was an act of kindness because you were sort of sacrificing your own good name, your reputation for the sake of the comedy of the show. And
But it
we
wasn't
never-
even comedic. That's the problem. I agree. I agree. Look, I'll go get the guy. I'll go get your friend.
Go.
Yeah.
He's not our friend.
He knows what we want.
He's your friend.
He's not our friend.
Yeah, he's my friend. I like to think Steven is my friend.
George, you said it's the same 200 sad people.
Yeah.
Do you know that this entire live stream we've been above 800?
What?
So the sad people are multiplying.
Well, that's not a surprise. The Delta
were-
variant is running rampant.
We were tickling 1,000. We were tickling it.
So close to that sweet, sweet thou.
We were at
Oh,
like 960.
oh, brother, where art thou?
Oh, who is this? Who is this coming out with it? Getting
could
on
it
the
be
elliptical machine?
Whoa! Now, who could it be now?
Have we ever seen, I guess we have seen Steven's pants, but it feels new.
This feels like we're seeing the full-size Stephen Charleston action figure.
Wow.
Whoa!
Wow.
He doesn't even use the
Can
handles.
I say
The
something?
crazy thing is he's doing it in slow-mo.
George, you can say something.
I would have sworn that Stephen Charleston would have had even the slightest suggestion of a belly. But he is ripped. Look at that. It's a straight line.
Because we don't know what he does. It seems like he just stays at that house all day. You would think, like, just in the course of time, a little belly would show up, but no.
This is straight up a Stephen Charleston thirst trap. That's what this show has turned into.
Whoa, Stephen, what are you doing?
Stephen, what is this?
What is
They should call him Swolvin Charles Swole.
Yeah. Stephen, how are you?
Guys? What is this shirt, Stephen?
I forgot that's how he talks.
Every time it's a surprise.
Genuinely was like, what?
This
Hi, Stephen. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Great.
You know, it's been a minute, Stephen. How was your summer?
Great work on that elliptical machine.
Incredible work.
Thank you. It's just I was resting for a little while, and then I decided to kind of get up and shred a little, and then I just thought I'd come and say hi. What's up?
Well, Stephen, we had a question. We asked Rich this. He didn't really have a good answer. Who are your guys?
Oh, my guys?
Yeah.
Wow. You know, I was a big who was the guy? He would always yell. He would be like, ah! And his eyes would get big.
Bobcat?
No. I know who you're talking about.
Who's the
Dennis.
guy? Watto? No, who's the guy who Marin always used to do coke with? What's his name?
Was it
Sam
Dennis?
Kinison. Sam Kinison.
No. Dennis, I think it was, or
The Menace?
no.
Miller?
Okay, maybe it wasn't Dennis.
Oh wait,
Lawson, who played
Steven.
Red Antilles?
He would talk and he'd go, you know, I was at the place with my wife. Not my wife makes it sound like Borat. It wasn't him. It was like in the 80s, and he'd be like, and his eyes would get big.
Hey,
Popeye?
Stephen, what did the Jedi Dennis say to Luke Skywalker?
What's that?
Nice to meet you, Luke. My name is Dennis.
Dennis the dentist.
How did you
That's
know what he
good.
did for a living?
I had the feeling.
You know, if you look up Dennis comedian, it brings up Dennis Miller. It's not him.
All right.
Now you're
My
sure his
dude-
name is,
His eyes went buggy. He said, "My wife."
and it's not
Comedian.
Leary.
He died.
Dennis Leary
Wait,
did not
oh,
die.
hang on. I believe. Hang on. Is it?
It might be Dennis Wolfberg. Let me look.
Wait, I think I've got it. Is it Dennis Wolfberg?
I'm looking. Yeah, that's him. He's one of my guys.
Hold on.
Thank you to Abigail Noy for sending Dennis Wolfberg over.
That's it. That guy. He was always on the Comedy Channel and Ha.
That was your guy.
He was my guy. Did you guys watch Ha?
No.
Before it became Comedy Central. It was the Comedy Channel and Ha.
Ha.
Right, and then they merged into Comedy Central. They
And then
centralized the comedy.
That's him. That's him.
That's him.
That's him. Do you remember his comedy?
I've never seen this man before in my life.
No, I don't remember him existing.
Really? Oh, he was really funny.
He died in 1994
It was a while ago.
in Culver City.
What year were you born, Patrick?
What year do you think?
1989?
No.
What?
1992.
Oh, shit. Cool. And what about you, Wada? What year were... Well,
Watto was rendered in 1997.
97?
Yeah.
Oh, and we
boy.
need the cue for it too.
Oh, what's George up to?
George is he's in a production meeting.
I think George forgets that he's on the air right now.
Oh, he...
Hold on. I want this to time out so perfectly. All right. I'm just waiting for the cue from Jersey Dave. Hold on.
But
Jersey,
George,
you ready?
did you...
Did you say who was the comedian you said? Dennis who?
Wolfberg?
Oh yeah. Dennis Whatberg?
Wolfberg?
Oh.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know I was in charge of this.
Did you say Wolfberg?
Yeah, it's Dennis Wolfberg.
Oh wait, hold on.
Should I howl too?
Yeah.
Patrick, you could not have fucked it up worse.
I was not aware that I was in charge of this.
George teed it up. You were not ready.
Hey.
Then he gave you time to get ready.
Patrick.
And then he said, wait 1 second. And then you did the bumper.
Hey, Patrick.
I'll say this.
Patrick, you were not aware, Wolf?
I'll say this. I was going to trim it on YouTube so no one knew the difference, but now I can't.
No, we can't. Hold on. I gotta.
Steven, I like those glasses. What's going on?
I didn't have it. I forgot my sunglasses, so I made them so that they were my after dark glasses.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I just want to say I'm out of practice.
Yeah, we all are. That's why that took 10 minutes.
I feel like you guys kind of got right back into the rhythm.
Hey.
No, we've been doing this for 3.5 hours somehow.
I'm just a little behind.
It's okay.
Hey, you know who has a little behind? Baby Yoda.
Oh boy.
Yeah. See, you're firing on all cylinders. I just can't come up with them.
Yeah.
I put on this Snuggie like a robe, but it's so hot.
Yeah. George, I also want to say this. I think it's too dark.
Yeah, it's pretty dark. But
Should we turn the lights
I
back
actually
on?
like the way it looks right now. That's pretty good, don't you think?
What's
A
that?
little bit of backlighting.
Well, that's good.
Wait, am I looking at George Lucas or a music video by Lord? Because of this green light. I want it.
Yeah. Where's Matt Damon and Ben Affleck? What is this? Project Greenlight?
Is that what this is?
I watched that whole show.
Did you?
Cool.
Yep, all of them.
It's
What was that movie called? Summer.
Battle of Shaker Heights.
Well, there was
Yeah.
that one with
With
the Shire.
Mutt Jones.
Wasn't
Yep.
there one?
India-
It wasn't called Summer Catch. It was
Not
called
Williams.
Summer something.
Oh yeah.
There
I don't
was.
remember what
Let's
the
go
other
through
one
these.
was.
Hang on. So there's Battle of Shaker Heights.
Yeah,
There's
that's-
what's the horror one? The horror one was called
Feast.
Feast.
yeah.
The Leisure Class
Oh,
was season 4.
That was
And then
not
what
very
was
good.
what was season 1?
Season 1 was this summer movie.
Summer.
Stolen Summer.
Stolen Summer.
That's right.
You're right.
Well, it only took 335 hours for this to turn into a Project Greenlight recap show.
What if we did that? What if we watched every season of Project Greenlight for trailers?
I'm in.
Steven, that would be Steven, that would actually be a great spin-off series if we ever did one.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I want to soft pitch something.
All right.
Oh, no.
All right.
Steven, would you commit to watching an entire season of Project Greenlight with us, just us?
Yeah.
What do you mean, just us, as opposed to who?
I'm saying no other guests coming in. It's just the 4 of us for like 7 hours, 8 hours.
Patrick.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
the
in.
producer of this show, and your premise is, what if we don't book guests?
I just,
Never
you
really
know,
problem with it.
it's an interesting process to explain this show and say that George and Watto are here. And I just can't imagine reaching out to Ben Affleck and Matt Damon's people and saying, and also a man named Stephen Charleston comes by.
Then I suggest you reach out to the fucking other guy, Chris Moore.
Yeah. Look at Chris Moore.
Yeah, you want to throw me a pity party about how
I think
hard
we
it
could
is
get-
to reach
We
out to
could
Ben
get
and
Chris
Matt?
Moore like that.
We could
Yeah.
get Chris.
Chris Moore.
Fucking get on the horn and reach out to Chris Moore.
We could possibly get Chris Moore tonight.
Yeah.
Wow.
We could get Chris Moore so easily, we'll be asking for Chris less.
Merry Christmas to all of us.
Merry Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. I
Did
mean, Chris Moore.
I have to ask this question just as a point of order.
Yeah.
We weren't going to do an Irishman Plus, but have we? Or are we about to?
I hate that we somehow slipped into
We
this
somehow did
fucking
it.
shit.
We said the one thing we weren't going to do.
The one thing we were
One
adamant
thing we
weren't
adamant
going
said
to
we weren't going to do this. But are we? How are we a minute away from it? How close are we?
We're like 8 minutes away from it, I think.
So we can still keep our promise to be an Irishman minus.
Yeah, we can end the show in the next 6 minutes.
Yeah,
Here's a
hold
game
on.
I want to play.
Hold
How
on,
much money do you guys think Stolen Summer, the Project Greenlight movie, grossed in theater? So this was the whole experiment, the first season. We have 2 big movie stars. They host a reality show. People watch on HBO. They'll be so invested in it. It's advertising for the movie itself.
Yeah. I have a feeling this is going to be such a small amount of money that it's going to make me throw up.
I'm going to say it's $250,000.
Oh,
What
I don't
do you
even
go-
think it's that. I'm gonna go 5
stop.
digits.
Stop it.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it's in the I'm gonna say it's like $36,000.
Interesting. And George?
That's not a lot of money.
Make your guess, George. Even if it hurts your tummy, make your guess.
$1 billion.
George.
$1 billion?
George, you know it is in the billion.
I think
Worldwide, $1 billion.
Well,
who is closest?
Patrick went too high. Steven went too low. I don't know who's closer because I'm not good at math. The domestic total on the movie was 134,000.
So what you're saying, Watto, is I was closest without going over.
Yes, you were closest without going over. I guess you were off by 100 and he was off by 115 or so. International, Because George's guess was that it was 1 billion worldwide.
Well,
So
that's just
George,
because that's his base. He can't guess
Right.
any lower than that.
Well, did it,
So-
did it, did it revolutionize the way movies are made?
George, it did not.
George, you've got a real scream burp.
George,
Oh.
you thought that this did 1 billion worldwide.
I hope it did.
Okay, and I told you it only did $134,736 domestically. So in order for it to total 1 billion worldwide, it would need to make only $134,736 less
Let's
than
talk about
1
something
billion.
else. Let's talk about something else.
The overseas total, the international total for all territories outside of North America for the movie Stolen Summer was $28,000.
No, I was not in the wrong ballpark.
You are not. You're not. And the opening weekend was 61,000 on 13 screens.
13 screens. That's still pretty good for 13 screens.
Excuse me. Boop, 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 boop,
Ooh,
boop,
a newsflash.
Newsflash. Steven, earlier, we were going back and forth with one of the doughboys, Nick Wiger, talking about if there is a 3-eyed minion.
Well, there's one tucked away on the Universal ride, but that's the only one that I think is canon.
Now here's the thing.
Even if I didn't know better.
Steven, I went to the source. I went to the writer of Minion Mayhem. Is that what it's, or Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem? Is that what it's called?
Thanks.
Talking Brian Lynch?
Brian Lynch. I said, are there any 3-eyed minions in Minion Mayhem?
Away
Brian
in
Lynch
the ride.
says,
Yeah.
I think so. As one of the experiments gone wrong, he's shown super quick. And I said, what's his name? And he said, Ned.
Wow. You're telling me Ned was there the whole time, just tucked away.
Tucked away.
Watto, can you text Nick Wiger?
Hey guys, you're getting real close to Irishman Plus.
Yeah.
Hey, Steven, get out of here. Stop it. What are you doing?
Okay.
Just tell him Jesus Christ called. He says he forgives you for being wrong about the minions. Oh, and then we got to get out of here before we do an Irishman Plus. We got to get out of here.
We're at the end of the show.
What are we?
We're at 328, but we also have like 2
Credits.
minutes up top for open. No, for opening the pre-roll thing. So we're at like 326.
How much do I have left before we hit Irishman?
Let's just end it now.
All right.
Oh, wait.
On Patrick? What? Oh, wait, we got to show our merch. Yeah, fuck it. It's an Irishman Plus. It's an Irishman Plus.
Now, let's say a few things. Let's say a few things. Guys, if you have enjoyed this show, we really appreciate you watching. You can donate to Planet Scum down below. There's a button you can click that says donate, or just go to planetscum.live and help donate. Really
And look,
help.
The more money you donate, it would help us buy equipment to help make these streams better. We're trying to build this show out a little bit, step at it. So if you enjoyed it, become a $4 or $5 friend. Throw us some money, and that will go into the next stream we do.
Yeah, and we really do appreciate it, and it truly does help. Yeah. Now Jersey
people might
Dave.
to remember, there was a shirt, and I hesitate to even show it on camera because we might get sued.
Yeah.
But there, of course, was a shirt of Grogizmo.
Yes. And there, of course, is a Grogizmo. Look at this little guy.
And there, of course, is a goo. Look at
And there,
this
of
little.
course, is a goo.
Now we couldn't sell the Grogizmo shirt anymore because we had a cease and desist. So what do you do when you cannot show a Grogizmo?
You grow one.
No, You pretend. You pretend it's a Grow Gizmo.
So that is a shirt. You can go check it out online. I wish. Do we have a closer version, Dave, so people can see, or no? It looks like a map of Manhattan with all the locations that we have done. George Lucas Talk Show. So it's got the couple
Patrick,
UCB locations.
it doesn't look like a map of Manhattan. It is a map of Manhattan. What else would it be? It's certainly not the Grow Gizmo.
Certainly not a Grow Gizmo. So you got the UCB locations. You got the Dakota. You got Skywalker Ranch. You got a little
rat trap.
You got a little rat trap. You got the Lucas Museum. A couple other places, but it's very cool. And I hope people will go buy it or donate to the show because it's very helpful.
Yes.
Wow. Where's George going?
Just walking around.
Oh, okay.
Can we? Let's end this.
We're going to end it. Did we plug the shirt?
We did. Yes.
Sure.
It was almost like he was doing a remix.
This is a mess.
We
What a
did.
disaster.
Look, it's a Spike Lee shot.
Is this really how we're ending it? Whatever this is.
This is the shot that's in all those Spike Lee movies where they float.
This is the same sort of ceremony that most of the endings of the shows have had.
I know, but I thought this was a new iteration, maybe.
That's what I thought, and then, well, what Rich thought. Whoa. Patrick, your microphone's off or something.
Stephen, what did that mean? What you just said?
Well,
you said what I thought, and then you said what Rich thought.
I don't. Let's pretend that part didn't happen.
And may the force be with you. Always. Hey, what if we did a scene after the credits, like in a Marvel movie? 2 Georges? Oh, whoa. Now what?